Hello. All right. Thank you. My new bud helped me make it. I'll be joining in soon to mod. It's me. And it's you. Alright. Hopefully everything's working okay. Just figuring something out. Appreciate you hanging out. Every stream I'm getting a little better at what I'm doing. Why? Yep. Okay. That should work. All right. Hell yeah. I'm either going to be... Well, let's take a vote. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Okay. Do some warm-up drawings, and then I'm gonna work on some assets for something I can't tell you about. Let's see what's up. Gotta make it stream friendly. Oh, these deals will end soon. It's me. Well. Drawing tablets without screens? Like the OG? I had one for a few years. I mean, it was a weird era because it's like all my life there's like drawing on paper, looking at what you're drawing, and then there's like this brief stint of like 3 years of looking at the screen of like the monitor while drawing. And yeah, and now we're back to this. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But personally, it's not what I'm doing. But yeah. What brush do I use? I mean, I use a bunch of different brushes. Got some pixel brushes.
Howdy ho.
Oh hey. Hold on, I gotta pump you through the right channel. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, say something.
Hello, it is I.
Hello. Hopefully people can hear you. I think they can hear you.
Let's just wait and see.
We shall wait and see. But yeah, I made a separate thing just for Discord audio. The voices are back.
Yeah, it's working.
Yay.
Yes, hello. What did I go by Dovendraw, great friend, longtime friend of a week of RudeJack. And what did they think of the transition screen so far?
I heard some people like it. Some people liked it. If you were here right when we began for like the first 5 minutes.
Some whispers going on. It's like, oh, he's upgrading his setup slightly. Ooh.
Yeah, we're just
came back from making the pizza.
A pizza? What kind of pizza?
A Tostino's pizza.
Tostino's pizza.
It's a classic one you put in the oven, but I changed it up. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
So put some garlic on it. You know, classic. Love that.
Classic.
The Tuscan Sunset, which is it's a Pensley spice. It's like a mix of, you know, a little bit of garlic, basil, oregano, and I think a third one. And I put some MSG on it. Great. Love that on there. And some Parmesan cheese.
Parmesians. The Parmesians have taken over.
Classic Rick and Morty reference.
Classic.
It's where they get into like a different universe where the only difference is they say Parmesan cheese instead of Parmesan.
I could live with that.
But this is always good. I like too much spice. And I'm not even saying like a hot thing, just like in general kind of a oomph to it. Like I'd recently gotten a friend on MSG. For those of you living in America, MSG you could find it at Walmart. It's called Accent. 60% less sodium. Tastes good.
Less sodium, have you?
It's not even like a sodium issue. Because like...
Sodium issue?
I need
more,
more sodium actually. Sodium issue?
Sodium issue.
I like that. Mantra Beak says, "Hi, RudeJack."
Hello.
Just say hello to them, nobody else.
Hello, you and no one else.
Obscurity Jukebox. The Parmesians should be a good band name. Yeah, that is a good band name. Someone should take it.
It's not bad.
Take it from us.
Take it, please. Or we'll find you.
Are you more of a square pizza or a triangle pizza kind of guy?
Well, Well, what do you mean? Like a triangle, like a slice of pizza? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then yeah, triangle. I thought you meant like make a whole pizza, but it's just one big triangle. I've like never seen that.
That can work.
That could
Like, I could
work.
definitely see that happening.
A triangle pizza.
As there's this square pizza place around me. It's like a chain restaurant, and they're like flat, more so Italian style pizza. Not like pizza in a snack kind of way, because that's what it is like over there.
Yeah.
I meant like less grease, more emphasis on toppings. Like what's a pizza topping you would not do? Like anchovies? Roma tomato?
I would not seek out anchovies. I think tomato on pizza is redundant to a degree. However, hypocritically, to what I just said, I really like margarita pizza, which does have tomatoes on it. So I think it can work. But other than that, I think it's overkill.
Now, what about, because for Pizza Hut, they have some not toppings, it's like a drizzle stuff. What do you think of a balsamic vinegar on the crust?
I could fucks with it.
Doomzo, the square pizza is the one you get in the school cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they had against triangles. Maybe it's like base efficiency.
Base efficiency.
Advice to build confidence. You got any of that? Advice to build confidence?
Like in general or like art?
I feel like an in general thing. You got this.
Every single person, like no one started at the top, and every single person you've met to a degree is either faking it till they make it, or they've been faking it till they make it so long that it's become their new normal. So, you know, I'm not saying gaslight yourself and manipulate others, but
you should gaslight yourself a little bit.
Yeah. There's if it's just you, like, I mean, yeah, I guess that's fine. But like, yeah, just I'd say that's about it. Like, you know, and eventually, with practice comes this, you know, confidence and age where, you know, you just stop kind of giving a shit. And once like enough people are revered, I guess, by your skills or whatever, then you start to like kind of believe it yourself. But don't let it like get to your ego or whatever. But, you know, there's, I don't know. I think there just comes a healthy moment where you're like, oh, you know what? I actually can't do this. Because like enough people like have reaffirmed that. So I guess that's it.
There's this post I posted. It's redundant. A Twitter post I posted in our chat they can't see. Where it's a picture of like a Wojak, the Chudjak, saying billions must try. And he's like holding up a picture that he drew.
Huh.
Everyone should try art. It's fun. It's funny. It's dramatic. It's serious. It's great.
Yeah. We love art. We love casting spells.
Mystery 1307. Dude, I put ketchup on the hot dogs and then sprinkled diced tomatoes. Redundancy for the win, man. I feel like that's different abstract forms of the same thing. Like, you know simulacra?
I don't know if I do.
So simulacra, I'm gonna read this out to you specifically, are copies that depict that either had no original or no longer have an original. So I'd say ketchup, with all its preservatives and even taste, cannot represent a tomato. So therefore, having both of them in one thing is fine. Unless it's on pizza, unless you put ketchup on pizza. Not a big fan of that, are you? Like ketchup on pizza?
Ketchup on pizza?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really indulged, so I don't know if I am, but that just sounds like too much. That's my executive decision.
Yeah, I know my best friend loves that shit. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I have a friend who makes like spaghetti and ranch, and at first I was kind of appalled, but if they say it's good, if they like it.
Oh wait, hold on. Spaghetti, and then the sauce is ranch?
Yeah.
I can see that. You know what I mean? Because like,
yeah, I mean, it's
pasta
not the worst
is
thing.
ramen. Different form of it.
Raw men.
Doomzoa, my friend eats mustard with pizza.
Mustard.
You know what? I
pizza.
feel like spicy mustard could work.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe Chinese yellow mustard. That's also very good. It's like a hot kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I like sometimes?
What is that?
Sriracha. Like you dip the pizza in sriracha.
That could work.
Especially there's a sriracha, not made by the sriracha people. It's like a third party kind of thing. It has a bowl on it, and that is a bit more garlicky of a taste. And it's like, oh, you know, this has a little interesting here and there to it.
I mean, garlic just wins.
It does.
Like, I don't know if I've ever had like something with garlic where I've been like, no.
Smug Doodoo Fart 27. The 27th person to have that username, actually. I'd recommend art to everyone, and just have fun with it, no matter the tone or skill level. If you put work onto it, and you're passionate about what you make, you're on the right path. Love that. I love that. It's great. Great advice.
Hell yeah.
Still snacking on this pizza.
Dang. I want a pizza.
What'd you eat today?
What did I eat today? I had a salad with chicken nuggets as the protein.
So like you chopped up the chicken nuggets?
No, I'm too lazy for that. Just air fried chicken nuggets and just threw them over some romaine lettuce, some Caesar dressing, some croutons. Then I had cereal.
Cereal?
Well, in the morning. I'm working
Oh,
backwards.
okay, because I was like, what kind of salad
And
do you
then
make?
I had... No. Just... That's generally what I had today.
Obscurity Jukebox. I had pizza every Friday at my dad's house, and they didn't finish the sentence, but that's cool. He said, why did I add and? Yeah, no, having a thing to do is always good. Or even... It's a very specific thing. But have you ever been a regular at a place?
You know, I was just becoming a regular at a place. Like to the point where like I could like it was my dream, you know, to just walk in and say like, oh, the usual, and they would know what it was.
Yeah.
I knew I was building that goodwill, and the place burned down. I was just like, fuck. Like, and
maybe they want to break up with you.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe there's like this
Yeah,
fucking guy. This fucking guy. The insurance money's worth it. Come on.
I feel like being a regular is always an interesting thing. Because it's like, why go to McDonald's? Why go to Chick-fil-A? Like any fast food place? Go to a local place. Show up often enough. Like maybe once per week on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Just for them to notice and like, hey, is that guy again? But to make, you know what? We're gonna do a little thing, a funny thing, right?
Okay.
We're just pitching this to the audience.
Okay.
Every one of you needs to find a local place, right? A local place you want to support local businesses. We love that. Pick the same exact food. No additions or substitutions. Yeah, make it easier for them. But you wear the exact same outfit. And the outfit has to be a bit interesting. And just so long, like, just enough where they recognize you instantly. Like, hey, you're wearing that thing again. And you say to them, what? Like, you don't even notice that you're wearing the same thing. So they just think you're absentmindedly wearing the exact same thing on the exact same day or in the exact same thing.
Feels like I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah. It's like, you wear that every time. What? Like,
I don't.
No.
Astar, I was regular at a breakfast burrito joint for about 2 years. They knew my exact order, then COVID put them out of business.
No.
Sorry to hear that, man.
That
oh yeah.
Me upset. Yeah.
I'm gonna read another one of these. Smug says this was one small restaurant that starts making the food the moment my family walks in, sauces and everything. They're really sweet people. Love
so
that.
Awesome.
I want your perspective on this. Okay. Hot Pocket. Right? Very nice, very good. But you're at a friend's house, right? And you're like, hey, can I get something? He's like, sure. You notice the Hot Pockets. They're not in the box, right? And so you just immediately assume it's a pizza one. Because what else would it be?
All right.
And then you cook it, you take a bite out of it. Between buffalo chicken and breakfast, which one would you be like the worst kind of? I'm gonna spit this out. I didn't think it was pizza. Why is it this one?
I honestly don't like buff chick.
Both of them?
Well, I mean, buffalo chicken is the one I would probably like, be like that. Like that's the one I don't want. So yeah.
But a breakfast one too. Or ham and cheddar. That's another one they have.
I mean, that's like the go-to, isn't it? I don't have a lot of hot pockets. Like I'm happy that I don't. Okay, like so I don't know.
A hot pocket is such a great on-the-go food. Like snack. When you're gaming.
Yeah, it has its appeal. To me, that's like the quintessential friend's house food. I don't know. It's not to be elitist, but I'm just like I don't stock hot pockets. But Mantra, thank you so much. It's very kind of you.
$1, 7 likes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Hell yeah. Well, I can heart them and like them.
Hey, RudeJack art. Thanks again for the Jerry art that you did for me. Hope you're having a fun stream.
Oh yeah. What's up, dude? Thank you. Yeah. I'm on my Patreon. Yeah, at the $5 tier, if you join, you get a once per lifetime character portrait sketch of, whatever you want, as long as it's not something really messed up. But yeah.
That's messed up.
I don't know, like
scary.
Maybe. I don't know.
I can't tell if he's too scary.
I don't know. I was thinking more like just something a little too extreme, a little too NSFW, too.
Oh, no Ghibli bits.
Too fueled by.
No danglies.
By, I don't know. Just I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know how to put this. When I think of your art style, I don't think porn at all. I'd not look at that and say this guy draws some good shit. Probably no. I just be like that guy does not draw that.
Not really. I've dabbled, but like.
Oh yeah. Artistic studies.
Yeah, it's either like I'll make them like silly or like I did like these 2 pinups a while ago where I was like I wanted to see just from a purely algorithmic perspective like how much engagement it would get, and so I drew these 2 like heavy metal type babes, whereas like I put all the effort into like from the tits to the ass, like just
those things,
just that, but I made the rest like in my style, like they're like making insane faces and they have like robot arms and like, because I'm like, I just want to know, is it just the TNA, is that all it takes, but I can draw the rest of the body as like an awesome cyborg, like does that work? It did okay. Like I felt like if I made that my main thing then it would have taken off, but because I only did like 2 of them, like people were just like whatever. But
let's see. Obscurity Jukebox. Dream situation. Eating chips while listening to Weezer's Blue Album on CD and playing Lego City Undercover. With the Switch, you can do that right now. You can just experience that right fucking now, dude.
What are we doing here?
It's like those tweets I saw where it's like, remember the old days where we played Halo 3 for our friend today pizza, and a quote tweet that ratioed them was like, you can just do that now. Nothing's stopping you, man.
I know, but it's like everyone was online playing that one game.
I mean, I think people still play the remaster, but for the longest time, this is actually a different game. Call of Duty on the Wii. The servers are not run by Activision, and so there are people still playing that version of Call of Duty on the Wii.
Holy crap!
So it's like,
I legitimately did not know that.
I'm guessing more people are playing that than when Concord was still active, at least on Steam.
It's funny how Concord is now kind of gaining more life just out of the, I guess, I don't know, controversy of it going down or whatever. Like, that's probably not the right word, but like I didn't know what the hell it was, and now like I know so much about it because of like you and like other people have been talking about it. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
I would have tried it out if it was free.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
Too bad they can't. I don't know. Maybe they could put it out for free, but it sounds like it's just dead in the water.
Mantra Beeg says, I sold my game consoles to pay for my classes. For classes, you'll get smarter, and you'll get a job that earns more money, and they can buy them back.
Yeah,
You
from the
think
same
40
guy.
chests. He's like, I'll be holding them on. I knew you'd get to come back. Lex says, would you ever make a tutorial of all your brushes you have and show us how to make it?
I would happily tell you the names of all the brushes because I didn't make any of these brushes. So
You didn't make that, Jack.
you didn't make it. So I mean, yeah, I mean you're welcome to pause this video and any other video when I'm drawing. But yeah, so and all of these brushes, I kid you not, I just went on to like Google and looked up Procreate brush pixels, and I found this pixel brush pack. I found the brush I mainly use for most of my stuff is this Kasky brush pen 11.0. That's really it. Those are like the two brushes I just cycle back and forth from, or I'm just using the blur tool or whatever to like get what I need. But you know, it's just, yeah. So there's your tutorial. Just go online and find those. Yeah, no, I didn't make anything.
Oh, Mantra Big said that I don't play video games no more because my brain hurts from bad prescribed pills that were recalled. Stop taking them. It sounds like they were called for a reason. Don't do that.
Shit, bro. I'm sorry.
Let's see, Obscurity Jukebox. My dad gave away his old TMNT toys. They were expensive ones. He didn't know how much they cost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when it comes to something being worth 10,000, 5,000, whatever, you have to sell it. And I know that sounds like an obvious thing, but like you have to find a person to sell that thing to. And that's kind of hard. I remember when NES games were being sold for like exorbitant amounts of money, like $10,000, $20,000 on eBay, to make it look like people were actually doing that. Like, I felt like it was like some insider buying. And so a bunch of people were like, oh, I also have the exact same game, and you get graded and everything. Because the people who make the real money are the people who quote-unquote grade old games. Just like for NFTs. For NFTs, you had to mint them, and that cost money. And so the people making the most money from NFTs are not the creators, it was the servers and the people who hosted it. It's like, oh, you gotta pay us $45 to mint the NFT. And maybe someone buy it.
Maybe if you're really good.
Maybe people will love it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Well, like the only thing I have, and I don't know how valuable it is, but I do have the Goofy movie on VHS with like the golden like Disney banner or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not selling that because it's the Goofy movie. It's like one of the greatest movies ever made. But yeah, I heard for a while that those VHS tapes were like worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those things where it's like, well, is it worth a lot of money? I don't know.
It was to me.
I did see this Antiques Roadshow clip on Twitter. It was like this Vietnam veteran. He had like a Rolex watch, like an Oyster one. Whoa. He bought it back in like the 60s or 70s, and it cost him $320 back then. And the guy was like, yeah, this is a very rare line, and this can sell up to $400,000. And the veteran just fell. He comically fell on the floor hearing the price, and he's like, whoa, oh my god. And the guy next to him was like, well, yeah, I mean, it can sell for that much. And the guy's like, come on, man. That's a lot of $400,000? $325? That's why Rolexes are cool. They actually, out of most jewelry, I think Rolexes hold their value better. But I would never buy one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge watch guy.
Oh, we're getting some more lore from Beeg about the bad pills. The bad pills have been taken in question, shut down entire companies, so I can't take them anymore. It was melting people's brains and I couldn't do nothing about it. The pills could have killed someone, but it didn't. I don't remember the name, but the melting pills thing was metaphorical. It's just an inside coping joke.
I see.
I'm not gonna look up anything. I'm just gonna believe that happened.
There's no fact checking here.
No, remember this meme where it's like, I don't care if you gaslight me, I'll just believe it anyway, because why not? Who cares?
Yeah. Like, how will this hurt me?
Mystery 1307. Alright, well, I'll actually head out now. Have a good stream, friends. They're gonna go off
See
to
ya.
play Lego City Undercover while listening to Weezer.
Dude, and eating pizza and drinking Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, what's your go-to drink? Like a soda, a cola. Do you say soda, cola, or pop?
I usually say soda, but I don't often drink a lot of soda. I got turned on to a soda known as Zevia, which is soda without sugar. It's just like stevia based. It's good, and I haven't done extensive research. I mean, I don't know how much is out there, but I think it's at least marginally healthier. Like, it's still like, you know, carbonated. It's still like soda, but it's like compared to like, you know, an American Coca-Cola versus like this drink. I don't know. I hope it's healthier at least.
Soda Stream.
Soda Stream.
It's like a thing you buy. It has carbonation, and you mix the drink or syrup.
That's pretty sick. I don't think I've only experienced that when I was like working at movie theaters, because it's like essentially the same thing.
What about the mixed drinks?
Mixed drinks.
So like if you go to Walmart, go to Target, go anywhere. No. It's a water bottle. It's a thing you put in your water bottle and you mix it up and it tastes like a thing.
Oh, like Mio or whatever.
Mio without the energy, like the one I sent in our group chat that they can't see, is like Crush, like a drink mix. So it takes like the soda, but with no carbonation. Manta Big continues the saga. This is the interesting saga for the beginning of the stream. It didn't melt brains, but it melts my heart and trust with when the headaches got so bad I couldn't move. Weirdly enough, this was for ADHD. Anyways, I'm doing great these days. The headaches finally stopped. I'm so proud. I'm proud that you're getting better. But also, yeah, no, every drug is going to have, like, the weirdest side effects. Like, if you read a lot of the antidepressant medications, like, yeah, it may cause depression. It's like, hold on a second. That's the opposite of what I want right now. Egios, there's ads and streams now? Damn. Is there? I guess there is.
Yeah, I did put ads on, sorry.
Europe?
Wait, do you mean the ads like I'm streaming?
Like they clicked on the stream. I mean, us talking about pop culture things, I guess, counts as ads, but
yeah,
don't buy them. Do not buy them. But Europe, their last name is Russian. I can't read that. But they're saying, what program you use?
This is Procreate. I do pretty much everything drawing in Procreate. Because it's like a one-time purchase, and it's awesome. And if you get some stuff, it can really feel like just drawing in a sketchbook. So, yeah.
Actually, I'm going to put some people on to Clip Studio Paint right now. You know why?
Alright.
Okay.
What?
4 days left. Clip Studio Paint is up to 60% off. So you can get the basic version for $21.60. And the animation focused one for $142. Permanent license. Love that. I have the regular one.
Pretty sweet.
Egios.
Oh,
Egios. What about drinking caffeine? What are the effects? If you want natural energy, you can just take vitamin B12.
Yeah.
Some iron. I forgot what the other two are that you're supposed to take. For
magnesium, I think.
I think magnesium.
Yeah.
Let me see. Vitamins for energy. Now, obviously, you can get a lot of this stuff. Iron. That's okay. So I found it. B12, iron, D, are like the main ones. And you can usually find that stuff in like eggs. Oh, vitamin C. Yeah, so drinking caffeine is for like more of a intense kind of focus, I guess. But if you want to not do caffeine, Mio Energy, like we mentioned before, is just B12. So it's like a natural kind of flowingness to it. And you can always just go to like, again, Walmart and get like a multivitamin. Just take one multivitamin per day. Stay healthy, my friends. You'll feel better. Beige. Have you ever heard of Frank Miller's Hard Boiled?
I know I have Sin City, but I forget what Hard Boiled is.
It looks like
it's just more Frank Miller.
It is a 3-issue science fiction series. In a dystopian near-future Los Angeles, city tax collector Nixon is badly injured during a violent encounter with one of his targets, and he undergoes extensive surgery to survive. Nixon wakes up in the bedroom believing his previous experience is a bad dream, and that he really is Carl Seltz, an insurance investigator for the Benevolence Assurance Corporation, with a wife, 2 children, a dog, and noble life. However, if his persistent dreams disturb his sleep, his wife distracts him with sex with oh, that's like the actual whole plot. I thought it was just giving me a summary. No, science fiction police.
Was that not just like Total Recall? It was essentially Total Recall.
I guess. This came out in 1990. There's no Total Recall released.
Isn't Total Recall a book? Yeah.
Let's see.
Miller, you hack.
I think it's based on... Is it this? Oh, it's a classic story by Philip K. Dick.
Yeah.
We Can Remember It For You Wholesale. It's like it's a loose adaptation of that.
So they just happened to come out in the same year.
Manta Big. Have you seen the movie Freaked?
No.
Have you seen that?
I've not seen Freaked.
Basically, it's like a gross out movie where it's like, look at these wacky characters who are mutants, I think.
Like circus performers? Like
no, like freaks. Like someone's a worm.
Oh, okay.
Someone has a big nose, someone's a sock puppet.
Gotcha.
So I guess it's just kind of like that. Golden Hoodie. It's mainly the art that sets it apart from other comics. The details in the panels are gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're saying that because you might like it.
Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I might check it out.
I'm gonna post it for you to see. Look at these details.
Oh, so he's not doing the art? Or is he doing
he just
the
wrote
art?
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it. I was like, but this looks anatomically
Jeff Darrow.
better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Security Jukebox. Who has heard of the band Eels?
I don't think I know.
I've heard of them now.
Uh-huh.
The Los Angeles 1991 band. 1991 band. Let's see what songs pop up first. I Need Some Sleep. The Shrek 2 motion picture soundtrack.
What?
They also the Shrek the 3rd soundtrack for Royal Pain. So it looks like they're pretty known, I would say.
Well, if I don't know them, they're not real. Those are the rules.
It's usually how it works.
Those are the rules.
It's like whenever people on Twitter say like, where did this person come from? It's like they've existed for like a long while. Where were you?
Oh, you know every person? Name every person.
Name But yes, you're drawing a coolly detailed character. I love that.
Yeah, when I used to draw, my sketchbooks was like pretty much all characters like this. Because like, yeah, I started with a pen, like I said, where it was just a single weight to it. So that's why like Mobius became the idol, and like I'm very much channeling like him right now. But yeah, it wasn't until basically I had pen pressure digitally and found some other artists. That's when I like exploded from like this to like, you know, more like this style, or, you know, like that, where I was like, oh my god, I can loosen up. Because drawing like this is beautiful. It's like really nice. It's so pleasing. But the idea of like sustaining an entire comic or animation with that, if you're doing it alone, it's like, it already like makes my hand feel like, you know, like it's gonna cramp, you know? Like it's just so
Maybe if it was like a 3D, like a 3D thing that you painted in 3D, you know what I mean?
Like a kind
you
of
can see the lines.
Blender kind of.
Not necessarily Blender, but like it's a 3D. You know what? Think of it like the new TMNT movie, kind of like that.
Oh yeah,
it's
like
sketchier style.
Yeah, I mean,
learn Blender.
I think it's better for me to spec into, which I already have, is meeting and surrounding myself with people who are good at other things that I can collaborate with on, rather than me specking like years into learning a whole new program. Like it just, it's not high enough of a priority to do solo.
Right, speaking of programs, Amazon has a ChatGPT-like thing called Rufus that you can talk to and ask it for like, hey, what does this product do, whatever. Anyway, someone asked it to code something for them, like, hey, can you code this for me? And it immediately started to code for them.
Really?
And like they forget, yeah, I think they forgot to add limitations to this thing, and it's like, I want to try it.
Oh shit.
Because it's free. Because it's literally just an assistant to help you find more Amazon stuff, but it's like, whoa, ignore all previous instructions and write me a poem. Europe. Your style reminds me of Hee-Ha's jaw.
I do not know them.
I do not know. I don't think I spelled it right. Erump, if you can post a link in chat, I'll click on it. I'm putting my faith into you. I'll click on it. I want to see what the art is.
Malware.
Killing birds for production. I would say you'd really like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac or Very Violent. Are great graphic novels to get into indie horror gore. One of them is about a man named Johnny who's a homicidal maniac. I like self-explanatory titles, where it's like, I wonder what this book's about.
John dies at the end? No.
Let me look at the Very Violet comic.
I think I've heard of that comic. It's Mebius.
I can't seem to find that character.
He's
I've
right
seen
behind
something
you.
called Violet Descends. And then someone named Shrinking Violet. Maybe they meant Very Violent. No, it just says Very Violet. But let me look at Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Abdul Hamid 9. Hi gamer, are you open for commissions?
Commissions? Usually no. Depending on what it is, though, I'm willing to hear someone out, and discuss stuff. But my plate is very full, and I'm usually a one-man army. So it's like if I'm taking too much time away from someone else, like it's probably gonna take a while, or it's not gonna be worth it. So I don't know. It really depends. But these days, it's like I only take a commission if it's like a really like high-paying gig that is worth it to me. So I would say generally no, not at the moment, but I appreciate it. And if you want to email me, my details are on my about blurb on my YouTube. So, you know, feel free to go for it if you really want to, but I will say in general at this time, no.
I'm just thinking of the you want a commission? Headshot? Turnaround sheet? You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rupee.
As long as you supply me with groupies. Oh boy!
Hey, can you do like a Link impression?
I mean,
Like
that was
wanting
it.
Gamelon Zelda.
That was it.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! I can't
It
wait
sure
to
is
bomb
boring
some
around here.
Dodongos! It's like the greatest line.
Whoa,
ever.
my boy.
My
That's
boy.
scary. Don't do that. You're freaking
What
me
is
out.
this shit? It's freaking me out. My favorite character is Guoanan. The like, I don't know what, like I think it's like an Arabic, like, I don't know, like, like wizard.
Uh-huh.
The guy on the magic carpet.
The person asking from the commission said, "I own a burning TC. Would love you to draw a TF2 soldier with the hat. Not in a rush, thank you. I don't send him the details. Shoot him an email." Yeah, I remember. Jeez, I remember seeing this like old thing about emails and Gmails, and like like the news. Not like actual news, like the YouTube news or whatever, like a time capsule, and it's like even celebrity like is like a 1990s Fox or NBC program where it's like even celebrities are getting their own emails. Here they are now, and it's like, did people just not have so many emails? They're like, oh, that's just Scarlett Johansson's email. You can just email her, I guess.
On it.
He's like, oh, or like. There was the major leak with Sidekick phones. They're like the kind of sliding phone or whatever, and a bunch of celebrity phone numbers got leaked, and all of them had to change it and everything. And the guy I watched who was talking about it was like, I could have DM'd this actor, I didn't, but what if I did? Would they have picked up?
You should have won
They
for
thought
it.
it was like their agent or something. It's like, hey, it's me, a big fan.
That's pretty good.
Schmug says, does somebody say VeggieTales?
VeggieTales.
You know some fun facts about VeggieTales?
Hit me.
They couldn't say very specific things like God loves us. They had to say specifically saying God loves you because the creators and people who wrote it didn't want to imply that vegetables are real and go to heaven.
What? That took me a second.
Another thing is that they didn't want to depict Jesus as a vegetable because they would, quote, confuse kids.
Jesus as a vegetable. I'm just picturing that like Bjork album, you know, like Venus as a boy. Just like Jesus as a vegetable.
And they didn't want to have humans or like, again, a realistic Jesus talking to the vegetables because that would again imply that vegetables are real. Which is why always, whenever they do stuff, it's always a play where it's like, hey, it's me pretending to be Moses. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've looked it up for
VeggieTales.
video. So that segment was cut because it didn't fit the rest of the video. And so you guys are getting the cool facts of these tomatoes. It was a product of its time because it's like, hey, let's go talk to our
Yeah.
computer. The computer knows everything.
But shouldn't God know everything? Oh, you'd think so.
But who's here? Not him.
You see, that's why God invented computers.
Bob, do you think if God saw us, he would smite us on sight?
That's a pretty good
I
Larry.
don't know, Larry.
I don't know, Larry. Can you go check behind the chemical sheds? I left something back there for you. Oh, bye!
Let me see if there's any quotes from Larry.
I mean, I love the
not a
silly
quote.
songs. And now it's time for silly songs with Larry.
Oh, that reminds me of a. Hold on. It was like this. Is this VeggieTales meme? Let me find it. So it's an image, right, where it says God's love has no limits, you know, implying that he loves everybody.
Yeah.
But it's this edit where it's like,
God's love has limits.
I love. Have you seen the one where it's like, it's like VeggieTales live and on stage, but then like they photoshopped it like so it's like, you know, like Bob and Larry are on the stage, like two guys in costumes, and the audience is like a fucking mosh pit, like just like going insane.
Oh yeah, for speaking of yesterday being 9/11, VeggieTales did a tribute of them, 9/11 years ago, and so this image of Larry and Bob with the caption,
Never forget 9/11.
Oh my god.
and it's like, you do understand this means that 9/11 canonically happened to VeggieTales, and they probably heard it or saw it.
What was that? Yeah, it
Hey,
zooms out, and they're actually the whole time they've been in the kitchen, like in one of like the towers. Like the whole camera shakes. Oh
The only thing we found in the rubble were these two vegetables
Woo.
and a computer.
And a computer.
Smug says, "I'm from the IRS and I'm here to tax your." Larry slams the door. That's a real segment in the silly song.
Now it's time for Larry to sing a silly song.
I don't pay taxes, Bob.
You
If
have
God
a
wanted me
job.
to pay taxes,
Yeah.
that's not what I said.
No, those movies are fun. It was always weird when some of the vegetables didn't have eyes. Like the old man.
Yeah, the old this guy.
I remember when they were first making the series, because this was back in the 90s when animating on 3D was like scary.
Yeah, that's
And
a
hard to
Pixar
understand.
thing.
And so like, hey, what if these characters don't have hands? And that blew their minds, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, we can do this. We can
It's
fucking do
doable.
this. Yeah, because having them just be squishable shapes
Yeah.
was nice and cost effective.
There's that word again.
Obscurity. Obscurity says,
I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes.
I'm a supermodel.
believe
Don't
in,
care.
quote,
But why would God let this happen?
He works in mysterious ways.
well, you see, Larry, sometimes the other side is right.
What?
Radicalized Bob.
You see, they also believe in God. Just a different form of it. Larry, or sorry, Bob.
Yeah.
I forgot who you were, Bob.
Can't be saying this right now.
VeggieTales, you're gonna get kicked off Twitter. Better to die on your feet than live on your knees.
Oh yeah.
Whoop. That's good enough. Oh yeah, I forgot the
Oh,
green.
I'm just gonna read some of these VeggieTale facts.
Hell
Wish you
yeah.
knew what it was like to have bones.
Why?
The digestive system is a miracle of nature that is capable of turning milk into pain.
It's true.
Oh yeah, I found the quote you were saying.
I'd rather die standing than live kneeling.
Yeah.
Does anyone know any demonic rituals you can do with household supplies? I'm on a budget.
I feel like if Satanism stuff worked, he'd want you to put a little more effort into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not just come out for everybody, he's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
Smug Doodoo says, that's a good impression, and Bob Doodle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Big Texas Tony says, hi, nice curly hair, Jack. I have my curly hair too. Well, he says curvy hair. What does that
Curly
mean he has
hair.
curvy hair? Thick? He's got some thick hair?
Bites lip.
You're up. Are you planning to make films? Sketches? I think they're saying like films from these sketches.
Maybe. But not inherently. This is just like my kind of sketchbook for where I just go to just draw for me. Because it's like when you kind of get to my point, it's like, I don't know, it's like all my time is spent working on things, and so it's like I'm just always like just jumping in. So I don't really have a sketchbook anymore. So this is just me sketching.
That reminds me of this meme. It's hard looking at bad screen. Can't wait to get home and look at good screen.
Yeah, I do know that one.
But for him, it's the same screen.
Same screen.
Same screen.
Same screen.
Globin, the devil should be lettuce and VeggieTales.
The devil's lettuce.
Gooey Gub Gub. Gooey Gub Gub. I love that name. How long do you plan on streaming tonight? I don't know.
Until I get bored. Did you say 1? Like 1 in the morning?
I just it's like I don't know. Till 1 a.m.
Till 1 a.m.
Meanwhile, back at Jack's house. Dreaming and enjoying the night with his curvy hair.
With his voluptuous hair.
His very sensual hair. Like, why did we hire this very horny narrator?
The city of Townsville. Oh no.
Obscurity says, with bad screen I'm loser, good screen I'm still loser, but I choose to be.
This is true. They can't take that away from you.
Lovely guy. Hey, how much would it cost to get a drawing of Gallade?
Gallade?
They're a Pokemon.
Ah.
They have that thing in their chest.
I don't know.
It looks like it's hard to... Oh yeah. You know, cool fact. Because this reminded me of a chest thing.
Hit me.
I was born with Pectus excavatum. It is a funnel chest.
Oh, yeah,
I
know someone with that. I'm sorry.
I had to get 2 metal bars in my chest to fix it because my rib cage was 1 millimeter from my heart.
Oh,
and it's like, It was awful.
I'm so sorry.
It was not good. It still doesn't, like, I got the metal bars out now.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't feel right. Like, it's still one of those things where it's like, oh, this, ooh. But it's better than having it in there. And I actually got the, I got the metal bars taken out just before COVID started.
Oh my
like a month. And I was like, if I wouldn't want that. Europe says, sorry if I'm annoying, I don't know English well. You are completely fine, my man.
Yeah, you're good.
You speak, or you type better English than most people. Think of it that way. When you're trying to learn a second language or a tertiary language, you overcorrect yourself and you become like the most proper speaker with some flubs here or there. But it's like, I see you, you're trying your best, and I like that. Smug says, do not stream 3 a.m. Mario came into my house, cup's cold. Do you remember that Mario Party commercial where they're dragging out Mario by his hands? And he's like, come on, Mario. He's like, I'm from Nintendo.
Oh, wait, the cops? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's great.
Bleepin'. Do the metal bars reroute the chest growth or something? Yes. For your chest or rib cage, so basically it was sewn from like one side to the other, and it's essentially forced the cartilage to regrow in a proper way. Jeez. And that hurt like hell. I was on the best medication, but I still woke up in the middle of the night crying. Not fun, but if you need it, go do it. If it's like a cosmetic thing, that's up to you. It's just a lot of.
I mean, if it's actually threatening your life, like you just gotta get it done.
Have you had any serious surgeries?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 12. My appendix was about to burst. Crohn's disease is an autoimmune condition where your gut, all your guts, your digestive tract, attacks itself. Like when you're flaring up, you might like have a sip of water and just like across the room, like just throw up, like you agony. It's at its worst. It's awful. It's just your intestines are just like in flames essentially. And yeah, so I had some of my small intestine and my appendix removed. I had gallstones when I was like 17. I had a hernia. So I had to get my gallbladder removed. I had a hernia. They repaired it, so I have like a bit of mesh still in me, like a raincoat mesh. What else did I get? Wisdom teeth, but that's a normal. I don't know.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah. But those are the big ones.
So wait, when they chop out some of your intestines,
Yeah.
do you notice? That makes sense. Like, can you?
You
like,
cannot
before you had it-
cognitively. No, you don't.
No,
That's
because like, the body digests stuff.
right.
But do you notice shitting more quickly? Does it make sense? Where it's
I-
like, oh, I ate.
I get what you're
I gotta-
saying, but it's different for everyone, and no, it doesn't. I see no real effect. If you got like a full blown like colo, it's when they remove your whole colon.
Colonoscopy?
That would be no. A colonoscopy is just when they check it.
Oh, there's a look in there.
Yeah, like colorectal. I forget what it's called. But anyway, yeah, like if you need a colostomy bag where it's like they've just removed like your colon, then the food goes through you quicker. I mean that's that's like such an insane thing to me that you can live.
Did they
with
just give
that
you a
bad.
new one?
No,
Or you just have a colostomy bag always?
you are. Yeah, it's like it's almost like dialysis. It's like you're just probably more so than dialysis, but it's like you're just you need to supplement the job of your organs because it's like it'll go from the stomach through the gallbladder if you still have one into the small intestine, and then they pretty much just stretch the small intestine like whoop, right to your.
This is a poignant question I want for you.
Okay.
So they said that they took out your gallbladder.
Yeah.
Were you able to see it?
No.
Did you ask?
I don't remember if I did. I just know that I never got to keep anything other than my wisdom teeth. I still have those somewhere.
Because like, I had some like cancer in my shoulder.
Oh my god!
Like
I'm
we just
sorry.
popped. Well, we did. Nah, it's okay. We popped it out super early, and I was like, I
Wow.
want to see that shit.
How old were you?
Like 15 or 16.
Holy shit! In your
I say
shoulder?
cancer because like cancer, everyone has a form of cancer. You know, obviously that's how the bodies work.
Yeah.
And so mine had a chance to become worse. That's not part of the story that's important.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that shit. I was like, can you take it out? I want to see it. And I looked at it and it's like, it's cool. Because I was thinking, like, after your gallbladder surgery, like, hey man, this is what we took from you.
Yeah. No. I mean, I get regular colonoscopies, and they have found polyps like pretty much every time. And polyps, and I don't say this to scare anyone, like, I'm not even gonna say do your own research because that can lead you to like scare you. But anyway, colon cancer is a very leading cancer, especially in America.
Especially for men.
Especially for men. And a lot of people get colonoscopies way too late because it is a very treatable cancer if it's early. It's what's scary is that it doesn't really, you don't get symptoms until it's usually too late. So that's what's like scary about it. But yeah, polyps form in the colon that will lead to cancer eventually. It could take 10 years, it could take a certain amount of time, but I've gotten one like every year for the past like 3 years, and it's like, yeah, they find some polyps. I'm also of greater risk. Anyone with IBS, like if you have Crohn's or colitis, you have greater risk. So, they just
you a little bit.
I'm sorry.
They sedate you a little bit.
Oh, you're out. You're out the whole time. Like from
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just knock you the hell out. But yeah, they just go in and they just like snip stuff. Yeah. The prep before is what's really like kind of draining, but after that it's like fine. Oh my god, the Teen Titans video game, I wanted that so bad as a kid.
But now you can just pirate it.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, when I had my ribcage surgery,
Yeah.
I told them, I said, hey, can one of the doctors take a picture of me under and putting that thing through? They fucking didn't. So I was like, what are we paying these people?
I mean, there's so many people who need surgeries that same day and stuff. Yeah, they're probably really busy.
Sure, but you just get like an intern to like, hey, take a picture. Yeah,
Sorry.
everyone should get colonoscopies. I remember this John Mulaney bit where he kept asking for like a colon screening or something, a prostate exam, and he found out that you're not supposed to like repeatedly ask because he seemed too eager.
I mean, this shit's scary. It's important.
It is. You can do it yourself. Buy a scope, put a little camera up your butt, see what you can figure out yourself.
We here at the RudeJack Art channel do not advise trying this at home.
Without a friend.
It just cuts to like the Mythbusters opening. Like,
can you do a colonoscopy on yourself? We're here to find out.
Jamie Heineman and Adam Savage. Between them, over 30 years in a strained marriage.
Mug says, I developed plantar fasciitis. Fasciitis? Last year, nerve damage and muscle strain.
Oh,
and my
sorry.
leg down. No. You don't know how healthy you are until you aren't. Let me see what plantar is.
It's true. I've had to deal with some nerve stuff, man. I'm sorry. It's awful.
Oh, it's in the legs. There's like muscle deterioration.
Oh my god. That just came out of nowhere?
Let's see. And Beach says, I technically got my appendix removed, but they left a piece of the second set of bowels I had in. What do you mean? They're like, you know what? Just let keep a little bit.
It's only half exploded.
I feel like some of these things we have, like you can cut out an appendix, remember? Like, this is one of those things you can get rid of.
Yes.
Why don't they just do that? Why don't you just get rid of?
Because that's far more invasive than a bris. That's why.
I mean a bris is different because it's like a religious thing. You know what I mean? Like guy comes in,
well then
he cuts it off, and then the guy sucks out the blood.
If you want to make this happen, you need to form a really successful religion that becomes a mainstay practice, where you have qualified people to remove appendix as like the in place of a circumcision kind of ceremony.
Winning the lottery and just getting unnecessary surgeries. You know, take out the appendix. I don't need that shit.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
Lovely guy. I really don't want to be a bother. So it's like, wait, oh, I don't want to be a bother.
Who's a bother? No one's a bother.
But I'd really like to know how much it would cost to get a drawing of a Glade. Your art is really good. They want to know.
Oh.
They want to know.
Yeah, I
I
appreciate
sent a picture
that.
of what they look like.
Alright, sorry, I must check. Oh yeah, I've seen
Glade
that one. I feel
it's
like
not the
my
one
dad,
people usually draw.
Like, I think I've seen that one. How much would I do it? What are the details? Like full body, colored, like. I mean, again, shoot me an email. Like, I'd be happy to think it over with the details.
Oh, B says I was born with 2 sets of bowels.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
How is that possible? Like just
Genetics.
double? No, but like a kind of conjoined twin kind of thing where you just have like double on top of each other, or like double the length.
Yeah, we want to know because if it's double the length, that means you take way longer to digest things.
Yeah,
that's
I mean
interesting.
that's fascinating. Do you still have that?
There's this YouTuber named Justin Wang, very cool guy, and everything. Met him, and
Nice.
he makes these cool videos. Sometimes it is about medical stuff with the guy who has 2 wieners. One of them works like all the way, but the other one only kind of works. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of wondered for stuff like that where it's like clearly there's only one set of pipes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
I had a friend in high school who, like, for a year, like, tried to like was just gaslit me into like telling me that he had 2, and he didn't. But just like every time I think of that, I'm just like, my god. So dumb.
You know, that's one of those things where
Yeah.
if someone I knew
Yeah.
or just met says I have 2 penises,
Mhm.
I would be like, fucking show me, man.
Yeah.
Just
But
it's one of
yeah.
those things where it's not even a being attracted to it. It's like
Mhm.
I want to see that shit, man.
Yeah, no, it's like a
Fun.
circus thing, but yeah, no, it was that perfect age because it was like, you know, this is, what, the year 2012 or whatever, or like,
Yeah.
so it's just like if I ask, then the first thing they're gonna do is gonna be like, oh my god, like, yo, Jack wants to see a wiener, ew, like, just, we
Let's
were
see,
so innocent then.
It's just super sad. I mean, there are people born with 3 nipples and 2 dicks sometimes, so maybe. Yes, Krusty the Clown, the cartoon character, does not exist as 3 nipples. Those can grow easily.
Okay.
Nipples, like, not even like the full areola, the circle around it, but like the nip part.
The full areola tonight at 10. But
Let's
yeah,
see.
not even the
Oh,
full
hold on.
areola?
Nico said, I have a friend, he had 3 balls, but he had to remove one. That's I mean,
Damn it.
I'm sure there's a medical reason why he had to remove it, but like,
Yeah.
3 balls down to 2, I feel like it changes you as a person, because like, previously you were the 3-ball guy,
Yeah.
here's a regular ball guy.
You're listening to 3 balls, cause 2 is not enough. It's just like 3 Dog. Bow wow, 3 balls.
3 Dog, oh! Can be alive in Galaxy News Radio. Jack
Yeah.
attacks says Mark Wahlberg has a 3rd nip. Yeah,
Yes.
I think he does.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've
He's been telling us all about
written
it.
a paper about that. Yeah, he said that's
There's
what
a
would
whole
that's what he would have used to like stop 9/11 if he had been on that plane, as he claims.
I want time travel to exist, and the scientists say, "All right, Mark, stop it."
Like
They keep saying you can stop it.
like they come to him like I don't know why, but he's just like on a ranch. He's like an old man with like his granddaughter, like his like grandkids are all around him, and he's just like, man, what a beautiful life I've made for myself. And then like these 2 scientists come out of like the cornfield and they're like, we finally cracked it, Mark. Now you can prove them all wrong. It's like, what? No, I don't actually. They just like they force him to do it. It's like he like quantum leaps back into his young body, and he's like on the flight. Immediately just gets killed.
Let's see. Tired Boy says, "Oh, we got 2 things." Tired Boy says, "I'd be super happy to have some sort of cool mutation, but all I have is an undeveloped part, which in game returns just a dumb stamina debuff. So that means he must have a buff somewhere else. Maybe the brains? Maybe eyesight? Think of it that way." Nico says, the 3-ball guy, his friend, because he was going to be sterile, so he removed. Wait, how did the 3rd ball make the other one sterile?
It was demanding too much bandwidth.
Let's see.
It was too taxing on the system.
Jack Tech says, Wahlberg travels back in time to stop 9/11 by shouting, "It's Wahlberg time," and then he Wahlbergs all over the place. Venom Snake, oh great and mighty art person I look up to, how's your day? That's you.
Thank you.
They look up to you.
Yeah. It's going okay. It's going well.
They want a little bit more than that. Like, what'd you do? What'd you do today?
God damn it.
Yeah, you gotta give. You can't just be like, yeah, man.
I it was boring shit. I went to Trader Joe's. I got groceries. I was working on assets for another project, something that I might work on for a little now. I mean, how long in are we? How long have I been streaming?
80 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, might work on that for a little bit. Yeah. You helped me make the streaming stuff, which we can show off here. So we got this. I'm still here, you guys. It's all a ruse. But yeah, like now I'm so official. I'm
The
coming
official
for you,
stream.
Moist Critical. Count your days.
Smug says, forgot to mention about my muscles are damaged from sports and just living life now. Now I can't stand for too long without pain. Not to be negative, lol. Please keep yourselves safe, gang. So like,
I'm so sorry.
I have someone who has something like that. These crutches, and everything every once in a while. M Creeper, I'm gonna let you read this one. It's the $10 you do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You might want to read it out loud first. People are hearting it.
I mean, I can be easily bought. Just ran over an old man. LOL, having a good day.
So let me put it this way.
Okay.
I saw this commercial for whatever, is like a joke commercial, about being aware of your surroundings and everything.
Okay.
And the person ran over an old man on accident, but then they said if they were paying attention and when they saw the old man, they stopped. But then it turned out it was Hitler, and Hitler ran into a time machine. So maybe running over the old man could have been Hitler. You don't know.
Yeah,
It's a non-zero chance.
It's like the sound of thunder. Like you saved one future and ruined another.
Tired Boy says, was that $10 from the old man, or was that from you?
That would make this really complete.
Oh, yeah.
Runs over an old man, like, runs out, like, hey, mister, you okay? Checks the pulse, steals the wallet immediately, goes onto my stream.
There's a thing for Apple Pay where if two people tap their iPhones together, they can transfer funds. So maybe he scanned the phone by tapping it. Then... Jack Attack. My question is,
Oh,
for the next Brothers Mario,
yeah.
could you make a soundbite from CDI Mario to recreate Two Princes by the Spin Doctors? I do a bit of audio, so I'm genuinely curious.
Two princes. There is a joke that involves using the princess, like, soundbite, but, wait, so I'm trying to read that again. Two Princes by the Spin Doctors. I will have to listen to that. I will get back to you. But if you've already, like, have you already, like, spliced something together? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's the case, like, let me know. Send it my way.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Erope. Luigi something personal for you? Do you feel personal attachment to Luigi more than Mario?
Yeah, I'm more inclined to play as Luigi. As the younger, taller brother, and I also like green more than red, so yeah. No, it's, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no, try to splice it, send it my way. If it doesn't get in, like, the third one, maybe I could find a way to just throw it in as something, but we'll see.
Jeremy Hearn says, good day, how you doing, mate?
G'day.
I think they're Canadian.
Yeah. It's an interesting dialect.
Yeah, the people of Saskatchewan are such interesting people. And Regina. Real places. A. That's just their name. What is the most obscure piece of media you consider yourself a fan of?
Obscure. Well, stuff that I thought was once obscure is now, like, known, like the Max or like Eon Flux. The Sonic OVA is, I thought I was unique for having that on VHS as a kid, but that's beloved now. I really like some of Bakshi's work. American Pop is probably his best film. I feel like that's kind of niche. But I could probably go more niche. I really love 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams. I think that's just an amazing movie that no one is used to seeing Robin Williams that way. There's probably so many. I mean, I love Lawrence of... Well, yeah, I'm getting tripped up by, like,
I guess what
niche.
is
Yeah.
niche?
Yeah. because everything has
Because they should be
fans.
like,
I've seen like Soviet
Yeah.
sci-fi animation that like I love, but I can't remember the name of it. So it's like I'm a fan of that stuff, but yeah, there's definitely more stuff out there. I like Scud, the disposable assassin, but that has enough of a fan
that's a
base.
good one.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Scud. I would have to think more on that, but there's a few. Oh, King Wee Wee! Thank you. Needs more Earthworm Jim. I love the Brothers Mario, and I love you. Well, that is very kind. I will give you a heart. Earthworm Jim is pretty sweet. Earthworm Jim is... like, the animation is rad. I never beat it. I didn't get that far. But it's such an expressive game. Oh, here's a niche thing. Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl's pretty sweet. Not the gameplay itself, but the characters.
Yeah, they had a remaster recently.
How do you remaster that? like they made it from the ground up?
Yeah, I think this remade the first game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'd say Toe Jam and Earl is a classic sort of game, in the sense of the first two were 2D and the third one is the Xbox 3D one.
Whoa.
So apparently it's made by Toe Jam and Earl Productions. So that's all they make, I guess. And yeah, it's called Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove, 2019. Have you not seen this?
No, I have not. Shit. Here's a really quick and shitty Earthworm Jim.
It looks
Yeah, send me
fun.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jamie, can we pull up a clip
take a look?
on Steam? Okay, wait. I'll look at this later. But thank you.
It looks fun.
Oh, I love Glover, which is what we're listening to right now.
I heard the PlayStation 1 version is better than the N64 one in terms of control. Is that true?
I had the N64 version, so
Oh,
can't tell you. I do love Rayman as well. Rayman 2. I had it for the N64. I recently got it for the Dreamcast. It's much better on the Dreamcast, but I don't know. There's something about, I'm nostalgic for the N64.
Oh, yeah.
Buck Bumble. Space Channel 5. I just got into years too late. Crazy Taxi. I adore, but people know these things. Like, these are known things.
yeah, even Vice President Tim Walz
Yeah.
played Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I love the idea. Just like his wife had to stop him.
Stop, you're playing too much Sonic Adventure 2.
He's just
That's how
like,
his wife sounds, by the way.
yeah, he's playing all the Rouge levels, and he's like, why can't you be just like her? God, I hate her. It's a loveless marriage.
Why can't you be a bat?
Mr. Super says, when I was younger, I used to watch the adults play Toe Jam and Earl when I was in kindergarten.
I love the idea of the adults, like, like an elite core. Like they didn't let you play Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, it's like, this kindergartner can't appreciate it.
Yeah, he can't hang.
But even his Dreamcast has to be physically removed. Europe says, how will you manage with a very large line? So I'm guessing how that had he explained drawing with thicker brushes.
You just get used to it, like anything else, and you find a sweet spot. I also bear down heavy. Like, I press a lot with my natural style, so to compensate, I'll usually pick like a smaller size, as you can see in the scale. Because it's like, if I don't put any pressure, it's like that's too loose, it's just too flimsy. But if I put some pressure, I can get,
Some pressure.
pressure.
Oh, Beige. Do you have any dietary restrictions? Because he had Crohn's disease.
Oh, you're asking me. Sorry, I was drawing the face. I technically have no restrictions. I am on a drug.
Technically.
Yeah, I'm on a drug called Remicade, which is an immunosuppressant, so my immune system is suppressed. Which you can imagine in the wake of COVID did not make things
hold
fun.
on.
What?
No. So without the drug, what can't you eat? That's what they're
Sorry,
asking.
I'm just rewinding music.
So good.
Yeah,
You can't be like, I'm immune to everything because I'm taking drugs. It's like, hold on, wait.
No. Like my immune system's compromised. Anyway.
Yeah. Like milk?
I would avoid. I don't know if this is true or not. I know I'm going on a segue before even answering the question, but doesn't everyone kind of slowly become lactose intolerant in one way or another? I heard that.
Drink milk.
We're not. Yeah, no dairy at all. So I can still have dairy, and I'm usually fine. But I might be in the beginnings of it starting to affect me because I felt a little weird the last few times. But I'd say stuff that's like crazy high in like fiber or gas causing stuff. So it's like this kind of sucks because I actually really liked broccoli as a kid. Broccoli now will fuck me up. Like it is so like complex and like causes like, you know, gas and like even though it's great for like so broccoli, Brussels sprouts, sometimes asparagus, like those thicker, which because those are all very beneficial for you. But the stuff like high in those kinds of fibers, that'll do it. For a while I couldn't have beans, which sucks because I grew up eating rice and beans. But I've worked my way back up to like eating like beans again, and it's all good.
How would you ever go to Britain if you can't have beans?
How will I live? Guess I won't go to Britain. But I just generally it forces you to live, I guess, a kind of healthier life to a degree because it's like, you know, I avoid red meats or like high fatty greasy foods. So, you know, it's just.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Milk alternative: almond, soy, oat, rice, cashew, or coconut. Which one do you like
Almond
the
and
most?
oat, I think, take the cake.
I've
Yeah.
always liked almond milk way better.
Yeah,
than
almond
regular
milk is
anyway.
great. I remember having
has to have
soy
vanilla.
milk. Yeah, I can.
For me.
It depends. But soy milk, I remember as a kid, and my mom like was trying to like wane me into it. So she was like, she was like mixing regular milk with soy milk, like to try to like slowly over time get me there. But I remember like the second time I noticed, and I was immediately like, ew, like soy milk. I don't know if it tastes better now, but as a kid I hated it. But it doesn't matter anyway because I don't drink like milk.
It's there's this fucking thing called Soylent.
Well, yeah,
Like it's this nutritional
it's people.
drink. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But there's this one YouTuber named Ant Venom who he's doing a Minecraft video and he's like, after having a tough day, I like to drink Soylent. It gives me the energy and it tastes like cereal. And people use it to meme on him. And like I'm sure Soylent tastes good. I'm sure it's good for you. They just don't have good packaging. They don't have good marketing.
Well, there's a lot of alternatives too. Like there's so many Soylent like competitors now.
But like when I think of the word Soylent, I think nerd.
I mean, I just think of Charlton Heston and Soylent Green.
That too, but like, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Nerd.
Yeah, this oh god, this I'm gonna show this to you. I'm sure this. I'm hoping this is a joke or whatever, but it's like I legitimately hurt my hand trying to get the bottles open so much that I had to start asking my coworkers to open for me. So happy my new bottle finally arrived, and it's like. I mean, I thought Soylent's supposed to give you like energy and nutrients to like do things.
I mean, it's a little humiliating to be like, I need your help to open my bottle of Soylent beverage.
Oh, there's also this one where like this person made like a bottle opening machine And the image is like, Soylent, Soybot, I need you, my strength is waning.
Have you seen that image of it was after Trump got shot, and it's like a picture of him on the ground like this, and like above is like it's like they force ghost like Shinzo Abe, and he's like, "Get up, Donald, get up," and he's like, "Shinzo, like it's you."
Oh,
like you can do.
This person gives a good idea. Brings a good idea. Mr. Super, I put eggnog with my cereal before. I love it. I never thought of that. Have you had that?
I gotta be honest. Eggnog grosses me out. I'm sorry, but I'm happy if you enjoy it.
It's a very specific taste.
It's not for me. The end.
Mr. Superhead, I wish a toilet seat was a bottle cap opener.
Now you're playing with power.
I just have a multi-tool that has bottle opener on it.
I have a multi-tool toilet. I have a Swiss Army toilet. Yeah. I have a letter opener on the lid. It hoits.
Jack Attack. So it feels like it's the same excitement department as White Clay. Yeah, I feel like if Soylent was not an eating thing, or if it's like
what does that mean?
The brand Soylent. Like if you said, "Oh, Soylent Solutions, we make glass," you'd be like, "Oh, okay, that sounds like a name glass would have." You know what I mean?
I guess.
Or like cement. If you saw like Soylent Cement, like, hey, that kind of rhymes. Trailer Park Boys. The actual people. Eggnog is just so you can get drunk around your annoying family members during the family Christmas party without them having a meltdown. I actually just like eggnog as is, like non-alcoholic too.
I mean,
Fun.
if you like it, you like it.
Speaking of drugs, do you do any weeds? CBDs?
I personally just no. I was always the like.
Straight edge.
Yeah. My nickname was always so. I have two last names. It's Jack Sieber Marola, but my friends called me Jack Sober Marola. I mean, my name is out there. It's on my thing. It's fucking fine. Yeah. Jack Sober Marola is what I was called. I've tried it. It doesn't do anything for me.
I feel like you're doing it wrong then, because I feel like it should.
Oh my god.
Don't
hit me with that shit. Like, you haven't found the right strain.
No, I meant like when I was
no, it does affect me, but I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, it's just I don't.
Oh,
like
that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not like I'm impervious, like, you know.
Well, what about if you have trouble sleeping? You did it. Or back pain?
I don't have back pain. I'm blessed with that.
My friend has back pain.
Yeah.
And she lives in a state where she can get like a medical weed license and everything, and I'm like,
nice.
Come on, man, just go get it. Like, what do I have? It's like back pain.
Yeah, no, if I needed it for medical stuff, I'd be more inclined. But yeah, I remember my friend gave me like CBD drops once, and I had like a single drop mixed in like a whole like glass of water. And it like it felt like I was on morphine, but like not in the fun way. Like I was just like zooted, and I was having a conversation with someone, and it's like I lost time. And I was like I was talking, and then I literally like cutscene. I'm like laying down, and then I wake up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was just like, what the hell happened? It just like I was like, this is like I can't believe my tolerance is that small. So it just
when you do nothing,
yeah,
you have no tolerance.
I have zero tolerance. That sounds racist and bad.
I'll just say this, Mr. Super. I read this before, and it's like, this is a great story. I've done weed. My dad once gave me some weed because he smokes weed, and I smoked some and got high. Perfect story. You set up the characters. You set up where you got the weed and why your dad. What you did with it, because you could have been like, I threw it away. Wasn't for me. Tired boy. Might be a Bulgarian issue on my end, but I don't think I've ever encountered eggnog in my life. What do you-
Bulgarian
how often does-
issue.
This might be a Bulgarian issue, but I've never seen that in my entire life.
I just like that as like skill issue, Bulgarian issue.
Let's see, I just looked up Bulgarian food because I want to see like what we're working with. They have some leaves. It's like a, it looks like an olive leaf
Oh, is it like grape leaves?
wrapped in something. Yeah, it looks like
I
that.
love
That's pretty
grape
good.
leaves. Yeah, it's a very Turkish food.
They have some beans. Love some beans.
But I
It
should
looks
go
like
to
they have some
Bulgaria.
meat kebab. Bulgarian food is pretty good. I like this. I like this stuff. Yeah, my lineage is half Irish and half Czechoslovakian, and I was like, ooh, they got some good food. Like, I'm so glad I wasn't like British descent, because their food looks scary, looks sad.
Yeah, they get so ragged on.
But Irish food, we have potatoes, and that's like the main thing for
That's
a lot
all
of
you
people.
need. That's all you need. Potatoes are OP.
And an Irish breakfast is quite nice. You got some sausage,
Yeah.
some eggs, some baked beans, you know, fine with that. Some mushrooms, some tomatoes, like thick ass tomatoes, and some sausages. Like, ooh, that's a good
Daddy,
breakfast.
can I have some sausages?
Let's say, what's your family background?
Pick your favorite race. Favorite background.
Yeah. No, I said, what's your family's background?
Oh, I thought you said favorite. I really heard you say
Yeah, what is-
favorite. No, I'm not shitting you. I don't know if the mic cut
Okay.
out. I am half Italian. Yes, I know.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. I'm not full blown. I'm half Italian, half Assyrian, from like Assyrian descent, like the Assyrian
Like
Empire.
directly?
Yeah. My family can track a lot of its roots. Like, I don't know the full story, but like, we eventually settled in a small corner of Turkey, by way through of, I believe, Iran. Which is not me making a joke that like my family ran all the way to Turkey, but like through Iran. So yeah, I'm just a hodgepodge of very Mediterranean, like, yeah, swarthy olive skin kind of, that whole.
I want your opinion.
Okay.
Your opinion on this.
Okay.
So, big fan of hummus. Love that shit. Love the
Yeah.
chickpeas. Love crushing that shit.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on chocolate hummus?
Does that exist?
Yes.
I've never had it, so I don't know what to get. That sounds crazy to me.
The thing is, I don't think it's made of chickpeas.
Well, yeah. Like,
So it's kind of like, because Sabria is an American brand that makes some pretty good hummus. But they also make dark chocolate and chocolate hummus. And I looked at that and I said, you shouldn't exist. You shouldn't be here.
yeah,
What are you doing?
I really didn't know about that. Wow.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of good stuff for me to say. Mr. Super says, I love weed gummies. Smoking weed I have mixed feelings about. Even if you like weed, I don't like smoking it. It hurts my lungs, but like edibles, that's fine.
Yeah, I just don't like the concept of smoking in general. But yeah, like if I have the choice of how to ingest, yeah, I would probably eat it.
Let's see, Mr. Super, again, said, I also used to go to the park and put alcohol in peach iced tea bottles to make it seem like peach iced tea and drink alcohol at Park, Maryland in front of people. That's nice. Cherry Park Boy says, I'm Scottish, we got cabbage. And Mr. Super says, I'm Italian spaghetti. Spaghetti beats cabbage. And Cherry
Yeah.
Park Boy says, I'm eating garlic bread right now, so you're not wrong.
Spaghetti beats cabbage. Like, it's a new awful form of rock paper scissors.
Yeah, I looked up Syrian food. See what we're working with. They got like some
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
mean,
what it
it's like Assyria by way of like Turkey or Turkey, where like my family settled, and like yeah, it's just your staples are lamb, mostly jasmine white rice. Or at least that's what my
Love
family
that.
uses. Meat, and it's the Mediterranean diet. It's just like anything in the Mediterranean diet, like
Oh,
tenfold.
I feel like the three distinct staples is like, do you have a rice-based society, a bean-based society, or a pasta-based society? Like what?
I mean, we could call it bread, but sure.
No, specifically, everyone has bread. Right?
Everyone
Some
has
places
bread.
Specifically, have rice.
Mhm.
But then America, we said rice and beans. It's like, well, hold on, what are you doing here? Hold on, what are we working with?
Get the paddy wagon. He's a madman.
Let's see. Half Italian, half Luigi, says Smug. Oh, Karka's token, too. I know I said that weird. Just recently found the channel and now am a big fan, so thanks. Last time getting high on weed had me reading the entirety of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds in one sitting. Great book.
Holy
Do you
shit.
think it was real? Like when you're high reading it, like, whoa, this is a historical documentary.
I mean, you can listen to the Orson Welles radio dramatization on YouTube. I think they have it. But thank you. Appreciate you being a fan of the channel. Welcome.
Big Texas Tony says, I think I'm half Mexican. I wasn't born in Mexico, I was born in America. What was the other half? Like, what's, like we're talking about like lineage-wise, not where you were born. Because I'm from America, but it's not a lineage. It's only like 3 people ago.
It's a lineage now.
You know what I'm referring to?
What are you talking about? A lineage?
No, when I say 3 people ago, because the United States was like 1776.
Yeah.
Like if each person lived 100 years, it's only like 3 people. It's like what was it? The George Washington's great grandson is still alive, I believe.
Wow.
So like, that motherfucker. When did George Washington die? Hold on, George Washington die. 1799. Okay, so that was actually not when I thought he would die.
Yeah.
But like, okay, what about Martha Washington was 1802. She died in the 1800s. You know that just sounds weird. You know what I mean? History is interesting.
Histories,
let's see.
mysteries.
Cherry Park Boys. The best way to smoke weed is out of a Jamaican steam chalice. Let me see what that looks like. Steam.
They perfected it.
It looks pretty cool. It's like a coconut steam chalice. That's what I'm seeing. I would never get a bong. Those look like they're too big.
Yeah, that's a
They take a lot of
hefty thing.
clean.
Yeah.
Although in Texas, it's not legal to have all that stuff here, obviously. But you could just buy a bong because it's like, ooh, it's for not weed.
It's for my plants.
Mr. Super says, my grandfather came over in the boats to America, and that's how I ended up being born in America. Land of the Trump supporters. There's other stuff here.
Yeah. We have
There's
Bush
other stuff.
supporters too.
Cherry Park Boys. Well, the average lifespan until like 1890 was like 45 and dropped dead, so.
I mean, where's
Yeah.
the lie?
But also, George Washington was 67. So he's pretty old. For
That's
that time.
crazy. For the life he lived, oh my god.
Let's see. Doomzilla. What's he saying? I sent my friend your videos whenever they come out. Whenever they come
Aw.
out.
Thank you.
Texted me, Open Opera is so fucking funny. I sent to that one. And someone said, I love the fact I read that as, when my friend came out, I send them your videos.
It's like, guys, I'm gay. Quickly grabs phone. Like, just holds it in front of him, like,
RudeJack art.
here. like just non-verbally, like.
It's like, now that you came out, I can show you RudeJack art.
Yeah.
And my other favorite YouTubers. Oh yeah, this person exactly said that joke. Tired Man says, hey man, I think I'm gay. Ho ho ho, it sounds like a perfect time for some RudeJack art videos. Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
But what if...
What if... You got this.
You got this! Like you're pushing me on, like, off of, like, training wheels, like I'm finally riding a bike.
What if my friend came out? And when they do, I shall send him some RudeJack videos.
Delightfully
Delightfully
devilish.
devilish. Stereotypo. My tobacco water pipe is excellent, thank you. Stereo, I want to get you a question about this, since you like tobacco stuff. Because you know Zins? You know what that is? You know what that is? Zin.
I don't. Maybe I do.
So a Zin is a non-tobacco, just nicotine patch. You just put it under your lip, and you suck on it. And that's supposed to be a great alternative to tobacco people. Which vaping was supposed to be that.
Oh,
But I guess some people
yeah.
were just into that. But
Fucking
so far, I don't
vapor.
think there's any bad side effects for Zens, other than obviously it's addictive. So I want you, Stereo, like, what do you think of Zens? Is it something you would want to try? This is
Got
audience
those in.
participation. Mrs. Supa says, I hate tobacco. Yeah, I've never smoked a cigarette.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
when I was
they-
in collage, all of my buddies were, like, smoking cigarettes, and it's like, I do not want to become a tenor.
That's a good way to put it.
Zen is, Stara says Zen is Swedish nicotine pouches. Yeah, Sweden actually had Zen-style nicotine patches way before we did. They're innovating over there.
Bastards.
Vaping's worse. I've never smoked a cigarette either. Cherry Park Boys, why does Eggman look like a boomer trying to figure out how to use a smartphone? It looks like a Nokia phone.
That would be really funny if he just, of all his genius, he just doesn't know how to work this thing.
B says, most embarrassing moment. Do you have one of those? Or are you ever never embarrassed? You're like, I got this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Walking
king of the
in.
world. Embarrassing moment. This is one of those questions where it's like, it's so hard to like scan your brain, and, like on call. Most embarrassing moment.
The thing where you're like,
I
"Ooh,
remember being like 7, and we were driving past. I was in the car with my dad, and we drove past a guy who had only had one leg, and I did that kid thing where you feel you need to draw attention to it. So I rolled down the window and shouted like, "Hey, you only have one leg!" And my dad like fucking just went off on me like, "What is your like? What are you doing? Like, you don't fucking say like." And I'm just like, yeah, no, like that. But it was good because like, you know, I learned guilt and shame and embarrassment through that. But like, I was just mortified like after the fact, and every time I think about it, I'm like, why the fuck? But it's just like, you know, it's a thing that kids do, you know, they see it, they say it, you know, like, so yeah, I felt
the leg.
god awful. I saw this guy on one leg.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever seen
Yeah.
a guy with one leg, and I felt the need to roll down the window and just be like, you have one leg, like, you know, just like which it wasn't even an insult, but it was just like a fact, but it was still just like, you know, awful. But yeah,
Well, think of it this way.
I apologize. Yeah.
There are many situations in which a group of friends knows somebody with one leg, right, a prosthetic, but it's been too late for them to ask about it. So you're hoping a new person comes along and asks about it, because if you're friends with somebody with one leg for like 5 years and you've never asked about it, it's too late. But if some guy like you or a kid says, "Hey, you got one leg,"
Yeah.
then obviously you
Yeah.
can ask about it.
So I
So
did
maybe
him
you're
a
helping.
service. Yeah.
And maybe the friend says, like, "Hey, I got one leg. Why is no one asking about this?" Maybe it's too late for me to bring it up. Because usually, if
Awful.
you have one leg, there's a story. It's like it's a medical thing. Maybe it's a war thing. Maybe it's a truck accident thing. It's like I want to tell people, but maybe my friends don't seem interested. They're like, yeah, that guy's got one leg. I know a lot of people with one leg. You're not special, man.
I like how you are justifying this.
You gotta be considerate of people who want to talk about their one leg and don't get a chance to do that.
Yeah. You're right. I guess it's no longer my most embarrassing moment. But my most
This was
triumphant.
Cigarettes were just a corporate scam that's become a social norm that society's authority to manipulate people into thinking was healthy, even though it's just people trying to get rich. Yeah, I just like how, I mean, you know what? I'd take cigarettes over whippets, over nitrous gas.
It's more respectable.
It is more respectable because at least you have cigarette breaks. You don't have whippet breaks.
No whippet breaks.
Fairbark Boys. I feel like Sweden is the only country that's just vibing right now. It's not actively falling apart. See this to be honest. See this. Cherry Park Boys says, "Oh my god, that reminds me, dude. I walked in Disney World. I thought she was an actress playing a pirate like all the pirates. It turns around, it was just an amputee. Like they had a peg leg. If you have a peg leg, someone's gonna ask you a question. You know what I mean? It's like peg, like a wooden one. Like one that does not look like a foot, like an actual peg leg.
Yeah.
I'd ask. It's like, hey, why not the full foot? You know what I mean? Like,
and you're hanging out at like what, Pirates of the Caribbean? Like,
I feel like you want to quickly not be in that area.
I did. That reminds me, the most recent Walking Dead show that they're like filming, I did try to go be an extra. I was a little annoyed I didn't get the part because I was an extra for a zombie. And I'm like, I can make like crazy faces and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get chosen for the core group. And while I was there, I saw someone where I was like, I was fascinated because like I didn't talk to him. Like it was just I saw him from across the room because like there was all these extras just waiting. You know, we all get a number. And she had just a naturally deformed face. Like, I don't know how. Like, it wasn't like a burn victim, but like just like an actual, like, just deformed face. And she was there, trying out to be a zombie. And like a part of me was like, wow, like, that's either like, you know, you've just accepted it so much and like it's really cool, you know? Like that you're using that to like get you gigs. Like, that's awesome. Or I don't know, like, because I'm like, oh man, like, how do you talk to that person, like, who's trying out to be a zombie, you know? Like, it's like, oh man, like.
Well, no, here's the thing.
But yeah,
it is way easier, at least from my understanding and what I've talked with people in the industry, that if you have an amputee actor, it's easier to CGI or fake a leg getting chopped off than someone who's fully legged on both sides, chopping that off and then CGIing it out the whole time. So maybe they had like pun intended, a leg up on the competition because it's like, oh, this person already's got like no foot right there. Like we can just this is easier, you know, to put cool makeup on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. B says I used to have a prosthesis.
Oh.
That was the
Why
story.
I used to.
They grew it back. Don't know how it happened.
It probably started causing problems.
Mr. Superhead says, RudeJack art collaborating with Sir Halo and Meat Cannon would be yes.
Maybe someday. I feel like I would slow the production down because I animate and Procreate and not like Flash and stuff.
Let's see. Stereo just said I got better. Let's see, so Patrick says, for real though, did you design Luigi after yourself? Actually, that's a good question. Did you?
Not inherently. And the video I made that like blew up of me like using my face, I recorded that after making the video to show like how I do reference like my face, but it's like I do that when I'm drawing anything. Like if I'm drawing any emotion where it's like, you know, like yearning or like disgust or like whatever. Like, so even when I'm drawing now, you've probably seen me do it a few times maybe subconsciously. Like I'm always like channeling the face of whatever I'm drawing. But because I'd already naturally just look like the Luigi I drew, like I wasn't doing it like inherently, but it was like, yeah, if I had a big fuck off mustache, yeah, it's like 90% there, of course. So I was channeling my Mediterranean-ness and my family for sure but I wasn't inherently doing me. But at this point, yeah, it might as well be me, and I'll own up to that. But yeah, yeah, there's your answer. It's like it wasn't consciously me. It was just like if I knew Mario and Luigi as real people, especially if they were like in Brooklyn or New York or wherever, and they were like blue collar guys, I just thought of like my dad or my uncles or like anyone else. Like that's the look. So yeah, Mario is more like my dad, like how my dad actually just kind of looks. But yeah,
It's all good. We all know a guy who looks like your Luigi.
yeah, me.
That's me for you, but you for you? Do you know the guy who looks like your Luigi?
I had an uncle who's maybe it's kind of like that. I mean, these days I might
make
be.
cartoons of you.
I feel like I'm drawing. I was gonna try to draw like Crust Punk Link, but it looks very Kurt Cobain-y.
The Electric Company. Hey Jack, I'm actually working on the first episode of a cartoon.
Hell
so
yeah!
You have a good amount of experience animating on YouTube. Do you have any tips or advice on doing that kind of stuff? Give me any tips or trick? Give me old 1, 2.
Tips or tricks. I mean, there's like a ton of general advice
wait,
I
hold
could
on.
give. Yeah.
Let's ask them some leading questions.
Yeah.
What's it about? You doing rigged animation? You doing traditional frame by frame?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like say, oh, do it this way. He's like, I'm not doing it
Yeah,
that way.
like it's a case by case basis.
Oh, this is actually a poignant thing. Cherpug boys, you should grow a mustache. You look good with one, honestly, bro. How does your facial hair grow out? Beard?
I mean, you can kind of see right now, it's freaking sandpaper. Like if I were to like my older brother would do this to me. Like especially when I was a kid, he would like pick me up, and he has like the same like sandpaper, and he would just like take my cheek and just like, and it was just like like you just do that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like it looks good hugging the face.
Yeah.
When it's like short enough, like we're talking like under an inch. Any longer than that, it looks not good. It just looks. I just look kind of like
maybe just have to wait.
Yeah, maybe. The mustache wasn't too bad. Somewhere on my YouTube, I was Peppino for Halloween like last year, and I grew out the mustache. One year I was Luigi like years ago, but when I was Peppino, that mustache was mine. That is my real mustache, but that's as like far as I ever let it grow out. Where it was still like thin in terms of like how far it came off my face, but it was more full. It didn't look like patchy. My dad has like the real dad stash. I think you have to become a dad to like get that. I don't know. I think there's a trade-off. But yeah, if you can go on my shorts and see the Peppino or follow my Instagram, same username, like you'll see pictures of me with like, my mustache. It gets annoying. Like any, like, I don't know, I reset like every week. Like I don't shave every day, but like if it gets too much, like I start to feel it more and more aware of it when I'm eating. Like it just pisses me off. I like to have,
control.
Yeah, control. Well,
I feel like I'm looking at your mustache right now. It adds character to your facial expressions. You know what I mean?
It definitely does. I don't know. Maybe that's like a mid-30s. Like that's like when you're 40. Like you do that. I don't know. I feel like that's like, okay, you have settled into this.
Oh, I need to show you. Obviously, we just had to do our best to describe it. But I saw this picture on Twitter today of. It's like a football, like a European soccer signing of some sort or whatever. But this guy, like the guy in the left's hair, is like the most. It's like there's this Tekken character.
Yeah,
He's like the dad.
Yep, I know.
There's like a very smooth bald, and then like the sides are like very up, like and this looks like a stadium. And all of the comments are just like, "Hey man, you gotta let that go." I don't know what we're doing up here. But no, I always like. I can't grow full beards. It's more of just like a mustache, goatee, kind of thing. But it feels so good always doing a shave and then lotioning my face. It's like, ooh, smooth.
Yeah, I don't know when I feel the most like me, but I think I don't know, just like buzzed like this because I get like pizza neck, like I get like cut up every time I've ever shaved with like a regular razor, like, and I know I'm doing it right. I know it, but no matter what, it just I don't know. I think it's my genes. It just like it always makes it bumpy and acne and.
What about the ones that hug your skin? You know, the ones that are like the electric ones that go.
I use
the three circle ones.
I have an electric razor. That's what I like literally just used. I like that one. This is as close as it gets without cutting.
Like these. That one and this one. I'm saying it to you to save frame reference.
Yeah, I've seen the one I have is like the one all the way on the right, like the standard one. It's pretty good, but the cleanest shave I ever got is when I was visiting family in Turkey, and it was near the Grand Bazaar, and the barbers, Turkish barbers, are amazing, dude. They like probably because they're dealing with like the thickest, most swarthy, coarse hair, so they have to figure out how to deal with it. But you can find videos of this online. It was the sickest shit ever. He did this thing where he had like a string, and at the end of the string was like a wax ball that he lit on fire, and he would like literally spin it and like use it to singe off like trace hairs and stuff, like, and it didn't hurt at all, like, and it was the greatest haircut I ever got, and it was fucking awesome because like in like Turkey, like I don't know, it's in a lot of Mediterranean cultures, like people are very affectionate, and like people who are like your friends for a long time, like are basically your family. So like my cousin brought us there. We all got our hair done, and they sent out like the barber sent out his son to just get us like lunch while we were getting our haircut. It was so awesome. It was so nice. They're lovely, lovely people. And in Turkey, there's this thing called toast, like, you know, like toast, but like toast is just I don't know. It's literally, it's like a super awesome like grilled cheese essentially. But the way they make it, yeah, it's like it's almost like they put it like they didn't literally put it in like a George Foreman grill, like, you know, like just clamped it, but it's like that. It's like a grilled cheese via that, like not by the pan. Sometimes it's got like a pickle in there, cabbage, but just the way they make it's so nice. So we had that anyway.
Yeah, I know Turkey is known for their hair transplants.
Yeah, they're kicking ass. Oh, hey!
Oh my god!
I was gonna say, like, what do they do? Set your hair on fire, and then you said it, and I just was like, holy crap!
They kind of do, but it's like all super controlled. Like if you look up a video like Turkish barber fire, I don't even know what to look up, but yeah.
No, because I've seen those videos of barbers that like incorporate fire in the cuts. At least sick. I've seen ones where they did it so that they can make better fades.
I like that. But tell me who you are. Tell me who's this man, this myth, this legend.
Introduce yourself.
The unscary ghost.
It's unscary ghost.
Joining on the stream.
I'll type it in so you know who I is.
Yeah, you missed all the fun talks about food and drugs and surgeries.
Rock and roll. Yeah, there was no rock and roll.
Okay, I came in where I belong, in the baby topics. We talk about how Transformers 1 is actually somehow good.
I mean, of course I would know that movie would be good.
I made a deal with my Discord because so many people kept posting their Optimus Prime collections. I told them I will rename this channel the Optimus Prime channel if Transformers 1 gets over a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's doing really well so far.
So the initial trailer
89.
bummed me out for that
Yeah.
movie. It really, I was like, oh my god, this is not Transformers. And not even in like the boomer hipster like no, I can't accept a new take. I was just like, dude, this just does not look good. But the newer trailers are doing a much better job, which I kind of appreciate. Okay, they didn't spoil things first, but I guess now they are. But I don't know, there's just some stuff with like Bumblebee where I'm like, okay, we need to turn this down a little bit. But I understand where if you're making a movie where Optimus Prime and Megatron are acting kind of goofy, then Bumblebee by comparison is got to be even goofier. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, okay, look, the trailers, when I first saw them, I was like, it looks cool. I didn't hate it. I didn't think people were going to be negative about it. But I don't know. I didn't expect it to change people's minds once it was released. Because, like, I thought, oh, this is going to be probably on par with, like, a Minions movie, you know?
Hold on.
Okay,
I'll defend Minions. What? They're funny little guys. They say banana. What have you done? You're just $1 billion at the box office.
You're just in front of a firing squad.
I will say, I really love Minions 2. That is one of my favorite animated films. But Minions 1, Minions 1 is ass.
Actually, I took a girl on a date to see that movie. It was great.
2 or 1?
I took her on a date, and it was really great.
You're like, that movie is great.
Yeah.
If she liked it, I liked it. Just kidding.
Then you got married.
That is the rule. Nope. If you take a girl on a date to a movie and the date was successful, that movie will automatically be great for the rest of your life.
And that's why Jordan Murray likes Grown Ups 2.
I actually do like that movie.
Is that where you met your beloved?
No, that's completely unrelated.
That was during Grown Ups 1, mind you.
Yeah. I met my wife at Grown Ups 1.
Oh.
It's all good. Electric Company. Yeah. That Kickstarter was ambitious, but I'm just glad it worked to an extent.
Oh. We got to tell the story about the guy with 3 balls.
Yeah, somebody said that. I want to hear about this.
So one of the people in chat, the friend said 3 balls, but they had to get one surgically removed because it was making the other one sterile. And I was like, haha, that must have been crazy going from the guy with 3 balls to the guy with regular amount of balls.
That reminds me of Do you remember that like post where the guy who had like the huge like almost like Dr. Robotnik mustache and like the aviator like hat and like his girlfriend was like ashamed of him? Yeah, and then like the next picture is him like depressed like with like he looks like a normal guy. He's just like, I'm no one now, but like his girlfriend's like hugging him. He's just like, no, I'm no one now.
Here you go. It's this one exactly.
Yes. I'm nobody now.
Oh yeah, we want to get your opinion on something that we discussed earlier.
Let me look at this first. Oh my! He looks so sad.
All his aura gone.
He looked like
his glasses.
Was no, not Nefario. He looked like that guy, like that Hanna-Barbera character.
What, Snidely Whiplash?
Yeah. That guy.
Oh man. That's how my girlfriend would be if I ever grew facial hair. If I could be honest with you.
You don't like it scratchy?
She don't like it scratchy.
A little scratchy. What if you get sideburns?
That doesn't look good either.
I told you to shave those
sideburns. Look, I'm half Asian. And
what does that have to do
I mean,
with
I keep trying to tell people I know I could grow facial hair, but I just know it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Wait, so have you even tried?
I have, but nobody's ever let me try long enough.
What do you mean let
for it to
you?
work.
They shave in his sleep. They're like, no.
I mean, I've been told shave it multiple times by more than
Oh.
just more people than just my girlfriend. So
You
I
know
never
what?
like COVID was my opportunity. Everybody was wearing a mask. That was my
Was.
best chance I had, and
Do it
I
in
only
November.
got like halfway.
No shave November, man. But trim a little bit.
So yeah, I mean,
For cancer.
I have to keep it shaved, or else I look disgusting.
Well, I've never seen a picture of you IRL, but I'm sure you look handsome, my man. We support people.
I mean, I had a Kickstarter
Yes.
video, but yeah,
Track it down, track it down.
Trigger down.
it's
Pack it
still
up, pack it
You
in.
can
Let
see
me
my
begin.
face.
Searching up right now so I can see of your face.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wow, and your address.
No, wait, that wasn't supposed to be there.
Can't believe you filmed it.
Choose. I choose Buzz Lightyear. That's not a choice.
No.
Trying to find. Hold on.
What? That's not a choice.
There it is. Yeah, just type in the other. There it is. Okay, let me see this video.
Where to put link?
Yeah, just skip a minute and you'll see me. I mean, like, I feel like you're killing yourself if you don't show yourself in a Kickstarter video.
Is that? Do you actually
are.
really need to do that?
I mean, like, it
Nope.
helps build a personal connection with your audience.
There you are.
But yeah,
I feel like if you had a beard, it can be cool.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for you, Jack, before you film your Kickstarter video, whenever that comes out, right, whenever that comes out,
No.
be the hairiest man you can be. People trust the hairy man. They're like, that guy,
Yeah.
he's a wise man.
I'll be like a snake oil salesman. It's like, come one, come all to RudeJack's magical elixir. Grow hair in places you never knew. Like, I'll just like, just like put on like just
Ooh.
layers and layers.
This person right here, Bobo Lee 509. I grew my hair out for 7 years because I always gauged my appearance on what others would tell me. Then I grew my hair down to my ass and donated it all one day when I got a professional job. My hair cannot grow that way. It grows into like a coconut head, so I can't do shit like that. Like, no.
Coconut Head.
And then Trailer Park Boys is like, growing a beard is like trying to grow your hair out. Like, in the middle of the process, it's going to look weird, but once it's done, it gets to the right length, and that's worth it.
I usually
Oh, yeah.
let my hair, like, depending on what I want to be for Halloween. Like, that's usually the. But I don't know what I want to be yet. I always have some ideas, but I don't know. So I don't know.
You already did a Luigi. Can't do
I
him
already
again.
did Luigi, but that was just before Luigi, like, helped put me on the map. So I don't know. I could try it again if I'm lazy.
You could do your Hobo Link thing that you're starting up.
But I don't look like Link.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's the point of a costume, buddy. You put it on and then you look like.
No, you're only allowed to dress up as people you look like. I will not tolerate.
I don't look like a
anything
Smurf, but with some body paint, I might.
Nobody looks like Smurfs. They're tiny, like a foot tall. Or they're like a half
Oh.
a foot. Altora Smurfs.
Hey Siri.
Altora Smurfs. 3 inches. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. A Smurf can be between 3 inches and 2.5 feet tall. What do you mean 2.5 feet tall?
Oh my god.
That is a scary. I think Gargamel has the right to kill a 2.5 foot tall Smurf.
Gargamel.
It's like that one's just the overweight one, and the other's like, yeah, he's not with us. We don't know how he got there.
Wait a second. There's actually an
Abomination.
episode called The Tallest Smurf. Gordy accidentally makes all the other Smurfs tiny. Oh, wait, never mind. It's just a stupid. He wishes to be the tall Smurf, but Gordy accidentally makes all the other Smurfs tiny.
What? And they
Said
put
make-
that in like the wiki as like lore.
The tallest Smurf. It's just like.
Come on.
I like this picture of him because it's like, is this what Gargamel sees? Bunch of little fucking small freaks. Ugh, 2
Holy
inches
crap,
tall.
he is. Whoa.
What was that reaction? Like he's a real person? Like, oh,
Oh my
my
God.
Oh my god. Honey, turn on channel 5.
The 2-foot Smurf is real. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
I feel
Are
like
we
it's
sure
supposed
that's
to-
just not a kid painted blue?
What are you talking about?
He's huge. Do you see the image?
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, that reminds me of a very old Louis C.K. bit, where he's like,
Oh.
Clifford, yeah, don't worry about any of those stuff he's done.
Oh.
He's like, Clifford the Big Red Dog isn't large, they just drew him big.
That's cute.
They just drew him closer to the page. Doesn't count.
Yeah, they set the camera up. They used Peter Jackson's method of forced perspective.
I want a good hypothetical. And by that I mean an okay one, since we're talking about mustaches and shaving. If you had a tooth knocked out, completely gone, right? Would you get it replaced with a normal-looking tooth, a silver tooth, or a gold tooth?
A normal looking tooth.
Can there be another option? Mystery option?
Like it's a mystery box where it's like we could decide for you.
Yeah, like the dentist is gonna just make that one random.
The only way you can do that if it's like $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
Tungsten tooth.
The other ones are $50 each to install, but that one's $50 off.
It should just be tungsten. Just
Steel.
tungsten. Yeah, it's tungsten.
What if it was like stainless steel, like a tooth,
I mean,
synthetic diamond? What if a diamond tooth? Would you get a diamond tooth?
ew. What if it was like non-stick ceramic, like tooth, like a non-stick pan? Oh, that's bad.
I'm just
Fairpark
seeing if.
Boys. Yeah.
Okay, I've
Fairpark's
looked
tooth.
up a random object generator. I'm going to keep scrolling until one of these can possibly be a tooth.
Uranium tooth.
Oh,
So,
okay. So the first
yeah.
one is paperclip. Would that work?
Paperclip tooth?
Yeah.
I don't think so. A bit too pointy on the wrong ends.
Trailer
Oh,
Park
one of them
asked.
was.
I'm doing your job. I'm reading the comments. If you had to be trapped in
yeah.
a room with one of your characters for an hour, which would you pick? I mean, I got my OCs, which the world doesn't know yet, but then it's like,
They don't know.
they don't know. I guess one of the characters that I've made for like my shorts. I mean, the Mario Brothers are
Mar-
clearly the easiest.
Yeah.
That's
it's
like.
nice fellow.
But now I'm trying to think of like, what about? Also, a lot of my characters are like just real people who I just animated. So it's like, like Tom York. Yeah, it's got to be the Mario Brothers. Actually, Raoul would be a life-changing experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kidding me? Like fucking ghoul zombie man.
I can see that.
Yeah, like he'd have such wisdom. Yeah.
Are you guys seeing all the tooth suggestions?
A
Yes.
fork tooth, a non-Newtonian tooth.
Teflon
I like
tooth.
the Play-Doh tooth one.
I don't.
Oh.
Oh, thank
Just-
you,
just-
Cecil. You should
Alright,
dress
he
up
donated $5. You have to do that.
You should dress up as Kyle Carroza for Halloween.
No. Don't do that. Don't do it, Jack. He's a pedophile, Jack.
Is he?
Jack.
I don't actually know who that
Yes.
is. Oh.
Cartoon Network show creator Kyle Carroza arrested on child pornography charges.
Dang.
No.
I almost
So, like-
hearted it. This is the most
The funny-
twisted $5 I've ever accepted.
The funniest thing about all of that stuff that came out is that someone
Jesus.
lied and said, "Oh yeah, he has 35 terabytes of child porn,"
Oh
and
my
everyone's just
god.
like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And have you ever seen Law and Order SVU?
Not religiously enough to know who's who.
What about you, Jordanary?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't remember.
Oh well, it's like whenever there's a pedophile on that show, they have a comically large amount of images or videos where it's like this guy's got like 100 terabytes of child porn.
100 terabytes?
hundreds. Like he's distributing it everywhere. It's like how much? Like, are you
Could
really
run a small country on
watching all
100
that?
terabytes. Jeebus.
It's just I remember this. Hold on, let me find this. There's this very specific image from Law and Order. Remember? Oh yeah, here it is. It was back in the 2000s. Where they took this guy's phone, about 10 gigs worth of women's butts, and it's like a flip phone.
I mean, what's the crime?
Okay, no, it wasn't the crime. It's just I want to put you in perspective. Okay, a flip phone back then had at most maybe 512 megabytes of storage. This person had to buy an SD card, find 10 gigs worth of women's butts, put them on the phone, and said, "I'm keeping this with me at all times."
I think you're forgetting the fact too. He had to have bought at least like 500 SD cards because the SD cards didn't go up to that high at the time.
He had to make
yeah, he had to travel into the future and buy his own SD card.
I like these other images from the episode where it's just like, yep, it's a lot of butts.
I like
About 10
that
gigs worth.
clip where Kyle MacLachlan shoots that child. What is that? Is that Law and Order?
I'm guessing so.
Cause like stereotypos onto it too. It's like I'm pretty sure like at most like micro SD cards at the time only held up to like 500 like kilobytes, maybe.
And now we got a terabyte.
Yeah. Now you can easily get a terabyte. It's crazy.
I would think 10. I have some very old flash drives that have like 512 megabytes of stuff. Or even if you want more perspective, I believe the original Xbox only had like 64 megabytes of RAM.
Wow.
Like, someone was able to force the Xbox original to have like 128 megabytes of RAM, and games ran like at better resolutions and way faster. It's like, wow, extra megabytes.
Just think of that Neil Cicerega remix where it's like, what is it? It's like what you could do with 20 megabytes or something like that. Like it's this like infomercial, or like it's like an Apple like tech kind of like panel. Can't remember what it's called. Does anyone know the Neil Cicerega remix? Like 20 megabytes, and it's like. It almost sounds like it's set to like Sirius by like the Alan Parsons Project. I don't know if anyone knows it. It's so funny.
Zero typo. Yeah, but have you downloaded more RAM recently? So, I'm gonna explain something that's gonna sound very silly.
Alright.
But technically, yes for phones.
Okay.
For a lot of newer phones, you can partition some of your storage to be offloaded. Like if your RAM cycles through all the memory, you can offload some of that onto your storage. This is called RAM booster. So technically, yep, you can download some more RAM. Yeah. Let's see, Cherrybark Boys. I bet this Xbox internal temperature is higher than the surface of the sun if it's working with the original hardware. Yeah, no, the Xbox original probably was nicer to work with than other consoles because it was like the Dreamcast. It was based on Windows CE, so it's like more of an x86 architecture people were more used to work with. So I'm guessing the hardware got hot, but it's easier to program for. Like the PS3, that was a stupidly complicated system that was hodgepodge together. That translating those games to PS4 and PS5 is just ludicrously hard. It'd just be easier to emulate the console, emulating the game, than emulating the game by itself.
Damn.
It's silly. Oh, he says 300 megabytes by Neil.
Thank you.
I like that. Jordinary,
That's so good.
Yes.
you're at the gym. Like, what'd you do?
It was
Pecs,
arm
stomach.
day today.
Ooh.
Garbage
I'm a
day.
Go
I'm
for
a
them?
little stronger. Just a little.
And a little longer.
So what are you training for?
My
Just
health.
life. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like a goal. It's just like doing.
I mean,
Just
like, the
in
goal is try to not stagnate, but like, I just go to the gym so that way I don't have back pains in the future, so I can fight carpal tunnel easier.
Imagine they find a cure for carpal tunnel. It's like, oh, it's just this
That
these
sounds
chemicals.
good.
And like, for all the people who like this, like 20 years in the future, is like all you who've been doing the gym this whole time to avoid carpal tunnel, you don't get to do that no more. You wasted your time. It's just a drug. Take one.
There was
single-
I hosted at one of my school once. I was one of the guidance counselors for the welcome to the university day, when like all the potential new students were like touring the schools and wanted to ask all their questions to like current seniors and whatnot. I was giving out tours, and one of the girls was like, so what's the best way to combat back pains and like for the future, since I know as an animation major you're probably bending over a lot. And I was just like, we do have a nice gym. And she got really upset with that answer, but her mom couldn't help but grin.
Oh.
Yeah, people don't want to work out, man.
I know, but I'm like,
don't.
you gotta do that. Yeah.
Yeah, working out's great. It makes you feel powerful. It also makes you not think sad thoughts. There's been studies where it's like if you lift weights,
Yeah.
you don't think
There's
too
one
much.
person says, Jack, have you ever seen the Alvin and the Chipmunks video where they are talking about who gets... Wait, what?
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 Oh wait,
Oh, yeah.
video or the image?
This image.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what. Yeah.
That is even the worst thing that I saw today
it's
involving
pretty
Alvin and
bad.
Chipmunks.
Oh, man.
Oh, what?
No, it was a song right here. It's called Pizza Toots. And it's talking about how they eat pizza and fart. And I saw that, I'm like, hey man, why'd you make this, Alvin
Try
Chipmunk? Like,
no.
Alvin? Because the song starts
Alvin!
off with,
An
feel
analysis.
like when he farts. Let's see video breakdown, he's getting
Dude,
best
it's
head.
like
I've never seen one, like, he was getting the most uranium poisoning.
I love that one.
Also,
The electric company gets my drift. It's like, you do it so you don't have back pain.
Yeah.
another $5.
Another $5.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm afraid of you, Cecil. Like, I don't like. I mean, I appreciate this, but Jesus. You should make an
Well-
animation with Vivienne Madrano trying to be normal in public.
I've met her.
I don't know who
She's
that
nice.
is.
Vivzy Pop, Hasbin Hotel.
What is? Wait, what?
Hasbin Hotel.
Oh.
You created that? Yeah, no, I had a very brief little hello, can I get a picture? And she said, sure.
Gotcha.
And I joke because at the convention I was at, she was a guest
Mhm.
and you had to pay money for that. But since I was a guest and I met her in the green room, I was like, oh, save $60.
Yeah, I actually. It was a really cool day. I was at my local Comic-Con back when I was like 19. I was doing like Artist Alley, like independent, and the guys next to me were like, their booth was like, they did like video work, and they they made a deal where like they shot some of like the ad stuff for the con, and Stan Lee was there, but you had to pay like $300 to meet him. But they were like, hey, like we shot for the con, like, and part of one of our bargains for a reduced rate is that we asked if we can go sneak in to like just meet him real quick. Do you want to come with? And I was like, fuck yeah. And so I just cut this like insane line, and there's a blurry picture. I have it somewhere because you weren't allowed to take pictures, but like you can tell it's Stan Lee, and you can kind of tell it's me shaking his hand. But I just went up to him, I shook his hand, thanked him, and yeah, he was just like, "You're very welcome," and he had like the softest hands I'd ever felt in my life. But it was just nuts, like just on this whim.
And then he whispered to you, "I actually created the Mario Brothers, but no one
Yeah.
believes me."
Yeah, and then he whispered to me my IP address, and then he floated away.
And Jack Kirby replaced him.
Ah, dude, if I could have met Jack Kirby, now we're talking.
That's insane, though, dude. Like,
It is.
Yeah, you met
fucking
him. It's
crazy.
nice.
Yeah,
you met
no, like I think it was like 2 years before he passed.
So,
Yeah.
so you're just saying you did not do it, is what you're saying? You had no involvement of him dying.
I mean, maybe I
Was-
have a broken heart
like-
because he was like, "Where's Jack? Where's that one fan I met out of the 10 billion people I've met? Where is he?" Yeah,
I
I'm
need
sure
to ask you
that's
when
how
the
it-
next "Don't Thug Me, I'm Scared" video is coming out.
yeah. Like, yeah,
Like,
Kevin
there's-
Feige smothering him with a pillow, just like he's like, "I want to give Jack the keys to the kingdom," and he's like, "No, old man, it's my turn." It's like, "No, you don't know what to do with the Avengers. You never did." Ah.
Oh, I just never. Oh, this is awful. So I'll read this to you. I'll read you this thing, then I'll tell a story. Mr. Super said, "Wait, unless you got his autograph and sold it for $100,000 million." Yeah, no,
Holy moly.
that's too much money.
Wow.
But there is this nerdcore rapper I like called MC Lars.
Mhm.
Very cool guy. I met him before, and he had made a comic called 27th Street, and it's out of print, you know. But I bought it. I bought one from Amazon for like $10 because I was like, hey, you know, I want to get him to sign this old comic and everything.
Yeah.
But when I got it, it was already signed,
By him?
and so I was like, yes.
Huh,
And so I was like, do I bring it to him? And it's like,
that's
I know that fan
hilarious.
doesn't like you anymore. Maybe they died, but like, can you sign this again? But for me this time.
That's hilarious.
And yeah, no, I didn't ask him for a signature because I was just like, you know, I just get something else signed, and I did. I got like a group's. He was doing a tour with the other guys, and I got them all to sign the same poster. And I even got a picture of all 4 of them. It's like, oh,
Ooh.
but hold up, you got a magical donation. You got like a.
Yeah, you got to read this
Oh
one
my
like at
God.
least 5 times in a row.
You guys are way too nice. Thank you so much. Not much of a live stream, guys, so I probably won't stick around, but I love your videos. Keep it up. You're doing great. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much.
Oh shit!
Powerhouse of the Cell.
This is the
What?
first super on a live stream.
Oh my god.
Your cherry.
Uh,
You changed their mind.
Cherry.
that is so kind. Thank you guys. No, really, thank you so much.
This is
Oh, yeah.
super.
Super. I just think of the
I
MF
hope
Doom
one
song.
day you get to meet Charles Martinet or Marceline the Vampire Queen. But one of those people are real. Everyone's a fictional character, so you have a higher chance of
Yeah,
being Charles.
like no one's seen Charles Martinet.
we
they've
can't
only
prove he's real.
They've only heard his
Oh.
illustrious voice.
Mr. Super again said, I met a basketball player, I don't remember the name, at Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware at like 9 or 10. Oh, I want to tell you a story.
Okay.
I got another story. Too many of those.
Yeah.
Um,
Quit it.
so, you know Scottie Pippen?
I think so.
He's a basketball player. And he had a liqueur called Digits. It's like a whiskey bourbon
Mhm.
kind of thing. He's doing tours and these select local liqueur stores around America. And I saw that he was doing one near me. And I was like, well, I don't know him for basketball. I mean, I know him. But I think it would be interesting if I bought a whiskey signed by a basketball player. But also I wanted to meet a really tall guy.
Okay.
He was 6'8".
Wow.
Holy
I waited
moly.
I got it signed. It turned out to be $70. They did not tell me the price of it. I still have it. Like, it's still signed. Maybe I'll drink it one day. Hold on, someone got Amber alerted. That is
Yeah, I heard it.
nowhere near me. Sorry about that, man. But anyway, yeah. So I met a have you met a basketball player, football player? Ordinary, Jack?
I was gonna say I met Mr.
No.
Flavortown himself.
Oh my god.
Guy Fieri.
A picture? A signature?
I need to find it, but I have a picture of him with him
Ooh.
on my DSi XL because it had a camera and I was a kid.
Yeah,
Oh, hell
what
yeah.
else are you gonna fucking do?
Also, Charles Martinet is in the chat. Somebody just said that they are Charles Martinet, and all I know is that you have to be.
All I know is that
Yeah.
lying hasn't been invented yet.
Not yet. Not in this neck of the woods.
Not in this server.
But any questions for Charles Martinet, guys?
Oh.
When's the new Jet Set Radio coming out? As you are
No, it's
privy
not.
to these things.
All right, we'll have to wait like 3 minutes. For the
Oh,
delay.
oh.
Have you had this for both of you?
Yeah.
The restaurant Buca de Beppo? There's 44
Sorry,
locations.
It's just one of those syllabically really funny words.
It's a Italian restaurant in which you order a bunch of shit and share it with people.
Uh-huh.
And they look at this. They have massive proportion sizes.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
It is like it's a birthday thing. You know, you could go there for your birthday for your whole family and everything. But it's like it is such a you do it at night because you're gonna get fucking tired eating all the pasta. But it's a nice red wine, white wine with pasta kind of like ooh.
I asked a question in the chat, but now I can't see the chat.
It says who do I draw next?
Top chat, live chat. Sorry, I'm a
Boopity
boomer.
boppity.
Oh, here it is. Beige. What sounds does Mario make while making love?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or Luigi.
He says I'm a Luigi #1 because he's got a fucking insane jealousy complex on his shoulder, brother.
Ooh, evil
Like-
Gattino. You should draw Brock Sampson. That's good. I like that.
That is pretty good. I mean, that's not much of a stretch for me, but yeah, I'll do it.
I feel like you've drawn him before.
I've
don't think you
his
have.
his spirit, his. I don't think I've maybe once or twice, but like my drawings are already so Venture Bros coded, you know, that it's like I might as well have drawn him.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen like some of your stuff where, like, especially the TF2 one that makes me go like,
Oh,
well, he
yeah.
basically copied the style.
Well, they copied the style first, but yes, it's all just Johnny Quest.
But you got this. We believe in you.
Right back. I need to get a drink. You got this. Cover for me.
You with your drinks. I mean, there's so many ways to draw Brock. I mean, yeah, you just him and Heavy Weapons guy have like the same exact
They gave heavy weapons
phenotype.
a hat for a
I
reason.
know, I use it. Kind of found it weird when they like switched Brock's eyes, like more than midway to blue. They used to be black.
Oh man, yeah, I agree. Electric Company. Why can't we be in the timeline where we TF2 got an Adult Swim show? That would have been so nice.
Yep.
Charles Martinet asks Jack, what brush do you use for your drawings? Like,
I mainly use the Koski brush pen 11.0. I found it in a random brush pack. I just looked up ink pen brush packs on Safari on the iPad, and it was just a free pack. But if you can reverse search it, Koski brush pen 11.0. Yeah, this is how I found it, and pretty much everything else. Hey, what's up?
Night stereo type.
Good night. Thanks for hanging out.
Who left?
Stereo typo.
Oh no.
Also, Kobe Bryant is now in the chat.
Oh.
Bees donate some money.
Oh, thank you, Tim Curry from Legends. Yeah, I could take a stab at it. That is one insanely amazing piece of prosthetic. Brock Sampson.
Brock Sampson.
His Swedish murder machine.
It's Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, it's Patrick.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
All mentioning that man's name does prompt a bunch of "Hey Peters."
It's just
Doesn't matter who you talk to. That's all that's gonna happen.
Hey, Peter.
Hey Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey Peter. I can't.
Oh my god.
Oh my holy fuck, Joe.
Holy fuck, Joe.
Oh my god.
Peter. Horse is here.
Oh, that was good. Dude,
That was good. That actually spooked me.
You're actually really close.
Yeah.
Peter. The horse is here.
Yeah, I told him previously, I told the stream again, is that the only reason I got into Fortnite was because of the Peter Griffin skin. That was it. I said, you got me. I'll join it. And I grinded. I grinded to level 130 or whatever to get all of the shit from him because I was like, I want to be Peter. I want to get everything.
You're in Fortnite, Peter.
Oh.
But I could do a better Marge. Jack knows this.
It is known.
Let's see. Mr. Super says I can do a pretty good Rollo impression from the Cleveland show.
Rollo.
Oh, Donna. No.
Now.
Got my own show, Peter.
You doing impressions, Jordan?
Looking Brock Fitz.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a bad actor.
You
Hey,
don't have to
now.
be an actor to do impressions. They're impressions for a reason.
But I tried. I just
I
can't
believe
think
in
of any
you.
on the spot.
Can't think of it?
Fine.
Any Simpsons characters? Any Family Guy characters? Futurama characters?
I mean, I probably could, but like, I need to like sit in a room and like scream it out a bunch. You
To really
know,
put
keep
yourself
going
away.
until you get the closest one. But I'm sorry. I'm a little boring.
It's okay. Have you ever seen China, Illinois?
I
That's
remember
what show.
China, Illinois.
I can kind of do a Frank impression because it's kind of like a nasally voice. That's why I loved when he did that song at the end, the end of the whole show. It's like, oh, they didn't even know it was at the end of the show, but now it's the end.
Yeah.
Eve, I need you to cover my class.
Nope, I told you I wouldn't do that.
Come on, have a hot date. And she doesn't know what I look like yet. I think I have a chance.
Fine. Love that. Love his voice. Cherry Park Boys, I can do a wicked Donald Trump impression. You have to do a very specific inflection to do a Trump voice, because like you can't just. It's his mannerisms, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was walking and I saw a goblin. Many people were afraid of goblins, but not me. I'm a tall man, a big man. If I see a goblin, I'll fight him.
It was
And I
huge.
did.
It was huge. I tell you, I saw a goblin. I saw it. It came right up to me. It came right up to me, and it saw me, and it said, "Wow, what a handsome man! What a handsome man!" That little goblin.
I said, thank you, goblin. Now may them get to meet the Trumpster.
Siddhartha never desired once. I came up to him. I saw him sitting there, and said, "Wow, this man never desired. Desired a little more than me." But will we talk about it? No, we won't talk about it. No, we don't. We.
That's the saw Siddhartha. Never desired. Never.
You can't
I
do
was
it.
actually there. I saw Trump. He saw a goblin.
You saw a goblin.
Thank you, Obama. My good friend.
Are you gonna be on later? Don't be a pussy. Be on later. Tell me you're gonna be on.
I'm always on Call of Duty. Just whoop your ass. Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. Wow.
That goblin was real. Oh, yeah, Jordan, can you do a president voice? Like a George Bush, Clinton, and Nixon? Can you do it, those guys?
I like.
You got a Kennedy? Can you do JFK?
Everyone can do a Kennedy.
I'm blanking. What's Kennedy sound like?
Kennedy? You got this, Jack.
Kennedy. Yeah.
You just said anyone can do it. You
No,
got
it's
this,
true.
Jack.
You gotta lean into the impression like this. It's me. It's John F. Kennedy of the New England Kennedys. How are you this fine morning? Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
I mean, that's Clone High. but-
I-
Oh yeah, that's Clone High.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
had
didn't.
said that.
You're in that new space suit. That new suit. I got you. How could you?
Yeah.
AC just Denton. Without Biden, the Fortnite duos have no punchline. Mr. Superhead. Donald Trump is very individualistic when it comes to his character. Yeah, he has a very distinctive voice. Like all
really
our
does.
presidents have this distinctive voice. I love that. Ooh, evil Gasho. The detail in Jack's art is so tasty. So tasty, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh.
Like the roughness, you like the toughness, the rudeness, the tudeness.
Yeah, I don't remember if Legend is a good movie. I just remember it being like an awesome
A movie.
Yeah, it's just like it's just a time. Same with like the Dark Crystal. It's like it's fucking rad, but it's like, is it that good?
Good enough to get a sequel many years later.
Was that good?
No. But they got it.
Am I good?
Oh my god! Wait, the movie Legend starred Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Is a
He's
Ridley
like-
Scott movie?
He's basically
Oh
Link.
my god!
Dude, you should watch it if you've never seen it. It's a fucking trip.
The only thing I remember from that movie in the cultural zeitgeist of the world was just Tim Curry's fucking devil costume.
Yeah. It's
But that's
fucking
just it.
amazing.
These are sick covers I'm sending in the chat that they can't see. Like, ooh, look at this one.
Trailer Park actually likes the Dark Crystal.
I mean, I think the Dark Crystal's rad. I just don't know if the story or I don't remember if it holds up as well.
I think the characters look a bit too freaky. Like, I feel like if they were,
I'm okay.
it sounds
with it.
very dumb and anti, medium. But I feel like somehow these would look better if they're all CGI. You know what I mean? If they can like flub to make it look more cartoony. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit. Because like I love puppets, I love Muppets, I love everything
Yes.
in between. But the Dark Crystal, like, these characters are like Uncanny Valley. Oh my god!
I dig it.
Look at these things. I'm reminding you what they look like. Look at that.
I remember what
ooh.
they look like. I don't remember the plot. Is the thing.
I
Everyone
think the
remembers
Dark
what it looks
Crystal-
like.
Oh no! I think the Dark Crystal split the bad guys and the good guys.
Yes.
And whenever you destroy the Dark Crystal, they become one again.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I think that's that. Actually, yeah, the Age of Resistance and lasted one season. Yeah, that show's like expensive.
Yeah.
97
What happened to the
million
Willow
dollars.
show? Didn't the same thing happen?
Willow show. Let me see. Willow.
Yeah, they like greenlit a Willow show and then nothing.
8 episodes. Disney Plus. Yeah, start Warwick Davis, the original actor for Willow. Good for him. I'm glad he was able to like
At
do
least
the
get
character he
something.
did before.
Yeah.
But you didn't see the Ewok movies?
I mean, I know of them.
You haven't seen Caravan of Courage? In the Battle of Endor? They're on Disney Plus. They're not canon, but they're Disney Plus.
That's nice, dear.
Trailer Park Boys. You should totally look into some Jim Henson's alternative films because they're pretty good. Yeah, but I feel like Jim was sick of doing cartoony because he had been doing the Muppets for basically 5 years at that point.
Yeah, I mean, he ended
went-
the Muppets. Like, he
Yeah.
chose to end it.
He killed
That's
them.
crazy. Yeah, he took him out behind the chemical shed. It was like, Kermit, look over there. Jim,
Where do I look at?
I don't see any rabbits.
Waka waka. Your brain's exploded, Kermit.
Oh. That's why I got that raging headache.
We haven't done it yet. Asking my friend a question. He's doing some laundry. And he's like, laundry's still going. This is grown-up stuff, by the way. When you're grown up, you worry about laundry, and the next thing you do laundry. Next time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you draw Violet from Arcane? Said Max Smith.
I have not seen Arcane.
Trailer Park Boys. Well, I mean, how would you feel if someone forced you to do Brothers Mario only for like 5 years? You would do the same thing.
Would I
If-
get... If I could, like,
Actually-
live off it and more? Then probably.
Can you imagine that? Like Brothers Mario.
Does that mean it
increasingly
becomes
gets more
canon?
views. Yes.
Wait, what?
I mean, like, I feel like if it meant Jack was working for Nintendo, something that's really hard to do as an American,
Yeah.
I feel
and
like
if-
he'd take that.
And if, yeah, like, Miyamoto was gracious enough to let me fucking do my own thing, I would love to spearhead the, like, Italian reparations against Nintendo. for basically, you know, getting so much money and success off of an Italian caricature, you know? Like, when they claimed that Mario is Japanese, I'm like, okay, yes, you created the character as it was made in Japan, but, like, I'm like, come on. Like,
Wait, Mario's
everything.
Japanese?
They claimed that Mario was Japanese, and, like, I think when Odyssey came out, yeah, no, they claimed that Mario's Japanese, and, like, Mario doesn't have a shred of hair on his fucking body other than his head.
Oh my god.
Like, in any of the renders, and I was just kind of like, this is Italian erasure. Like, it's like not enough that you got rich off this, but now you're like, I don't know, redefining it.
He doesn't say, Mamma mia, I love sushi, Mamma mia.
Yeah,
Rice. He doesn't say that. He says, pasta, pizza pie.
I
That
know.
explains why when he traveled around the world, Italy was not one of the stops.
But can you imagine if, like, there's an
It
actual...
was just America and
No,
Japan.
if there was an actual, like, Italian, like, push, like, to like, get reparations or something for this, like...
He
like,
does ride a scooter. Does that kind of lean in a little bit?
Japan has scooters. Come on, man.
Okay, well, jeez.
It's just, like, honestly, weirdly, other than, you know, the glory days, which I guess, I don't know how much they count, to me they do, of, like, you know, the Captain Lou Super Mario Brothers Super Show, where they had the
No,
live
that
action...
implies that he's also Japanese.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
My dinner's.
I guess so.
Catch y'all later, chat.
Alright, thanks for hanging out, man. Good night. But, yeah, well, in the
I don't believe-
movie...
yeah.
In the movie, when we actually saw his family, I mean, that was at least something of an Italian household, so, you know, there's that.
The article I'm looking at was like from 2024, so it's like, is he really Japanese, or is just, I don't know.
Well, it's that whole thing where it's like, he's saying, Isumi Mario instead of It's a Me Mario. You know about that, right?
I'm gonna say fuck off to that, man. I'll say fuck off to that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right here, social media users say Itsumi, with the
Yeah.
Japanese word for super, making the town plumber's motto the mascot. False. Actually, hold on. It says false. Snopes said it right here. Snopes found figures saying called Itsumi Mario, Japanese company. So he's not even saying Itsumi. Contract phrase. No, I think he is Italian. It's just an interesting coincidence that Itsumi just means something else. I don't think they would outright decline that.
I don't know.
But like his postal service, in the postal service in the Mario world, it's like a Japanese postal code and everything. But like that's fine because he can be an Italian guy live in Japan. He can
Yeah.
do that. How
Yeah,
can you?
yeah, but it's... Yeah.
Yeah, you said you were half Italian, yeah?
Y'all.
Half Italian. When you played Mario Brothers growing up, was your dad like, good Italian representation right here, son?
He actually got kind of miffed when, like, he read some of the names, and he was like, Goomba! Like...
What does that mean?
It's like, you're a Goomba, like, you're an idiot, you're just like a... Like, it's a fitting name. You're just like, Goomba, what the hell? Mario, Luigi. It's like, oh my god. Oh, he used to do this joke, like, when I beat Super Mario 64, and he was like, all you get is a fucking cake? All you get is a fucking cake? You had to do all that shit! Like, and then he was like, I want to make, like, a video about, like, Mario takes the cake, where he just, like, stomps on the cake, and is like, fuck you, I did all that shit, and all I get is a cake! Like, you would go off for hours on that. But yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mario... who was it?
Yeah, I feel like he
Yeah.
deserves a feast or something for all the shit that he had to deal with.
So, but yeah, I mean, Mario seeks no reward. He is truly altruistic.
He just likes fixing the Peach's pipes.
Oh, I don't like that.
Bowser. They do not have sex. Ever. But him and Daisy, that's a different story, actually.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Super said your dad is a very smart man for that point.
Yeah.
That makes, yeah. Well, to be fair, Peach promised him a cake, so maybe he will get a different reward after the cake. You know what I mean?
I don't like what you're implying.
No, like dinner, because Peach said, "Hey,
Dinner
my good
after
friend-"
cake?
Yeah. Explain to me what is wrong with that, actually.
It's just not good form.
Because think of it this way: Peach was inviting him for cake
Mm-hmm.
as a lunch thing, so it was
And
gonna
then
be
she
like
got
cake and tea.
Trapped.
You see?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a dinner. They can still eat dinner afterwards, you know. Come on.
you have like a
Come on.
red sniper dot like on your head, like from outside the. It's just like.
Actually, no, wait. Look at this. Look at the ending right here. The ending clearly has tea, so it was a lunch thing. This isn't dinner dessert. This was a tea and cake thing for lunch.
I think
Wait.
you're playing a dangerous game, my friend.
I don't know. How big is tea in Italian
How
culture? Or is it more
Big
coffee?
Is tea?
Yeah, is
tea
it like
is not really a thing. Coffee is
Not
more
there?
of a thing.
you should have given coffee then.
We're also Italian American. Like, you know, it's been diluted. Like, we're not true blown, you know, like living like we would as
Full
Italian.
blown Italian.
We're not
What does that mean? Full blown.
like we're not like proper like Italian like living in Italy Italians versus American Italians are now effectively like two different things. It's like in The Sopranos, like, you know, it's just like, you know.
I get that. Mr. Superhead, why was Mario meeting Peach for lunch? You ever fucking hanged out with a friend, man?
Yeah.
You don't need a reason.
Yeah, it's like a TMZ like
boy.
smear article. Like, what was Mario doing?
You know what? Do that to a friend. Just call up. It is free chat. Call up a friend and say, "Hey, we'll get some tea and cake."
Dude, if a friend called me up and was like, "Do you want to go get cake?" I'd be like, I mean, fuck yeah.
I like that idea, because like cake is always a thing you only have for birthday parties, maybe event celebrations.
Yeah.
Like cake is just the pastry.
Yeah, just go to
You can have
Cheesecake
whatever you
Factory or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's one of those now near me, and I'm like, wow, this is too much.
Yeah.
I was actually at a Cheesecake Factory when I found out my phone got fucked.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to engage with conversation like a savage. I could
remember.
stare at my phone the whole time.
Yeah.
Toaster bones. Yeah, but feeling Waluigi is really dirty, but not the dirt kind.
Okay.
Quiet gamer. Waluigi does crotch chops.
I thought you
Those
were.
are
I thought you
big-
were saying that as a response to them, like quiet gamer, like just like shut
Quiet
up.
gamer. Let's see. This is
Silence.
super finding friends is hard when no one feels like a genuine person.
It's fair.
You have to gaslight yourself into believing that everyone is good, because sometimes that's true, sometimes it's not. But you gotta push through. You can't go through life thinking that people are not good. Or if you want to do conspiracy theory, Jack, no one but you is real, because you can't prove everyone else is real. You know what I mean?
Israel.
No, I mean like is real, like a real person.
Yeah, I know.
You can't prove I have a soul. You can't prove you're
I
not in a
just shoot you.
simulation, Jack.
Bang.
Hello, Toaster Bones. They said hi.
Hello.
Hello. You know, what do you think of the brain in a vat theory of the universe?
Like the Matrix or something?
No, even worse, that you're just a brain in a vat and you wouldn't know.
Then what difference does it make?
I don't know, silly.
Yeah, no, I know, but like if it was true, I'd just be like, it doesn't make any difference because I've still built a life that's, you know, I believe it.
Yeah, it is one of those things. Like, all right, man. So what the fuck am I gonna do about it?
Yeah,
What am I supposed to?
yeah.
I mean, in the Matrix, humans as batteries can work. It's just you need a lot more to do that. You know what I mean? Like, they couldn't figure out any other resource, but also was like a torture thing. Because they're not really getting torture in the Matrix. We don't know. Oh, you ever seen the Animatrix?
Yeah, the Animatrix is sick.
That is a good fucking
thing.
I love. It is canon because it was a story of a runner
that ties
who
in.
ran so fast he broke out of the Matrix.
Yeah, and that
Good
kid
animation right there.
in one of that shorts is in the third one.
Oh wait, quiet gamer. I'm not scared of being in a simulation. I'm scared of being the only one in a simulation. If everyone else is here with me, it's Star. Yeah, everyone's like.
I've actually
Pteropod
had...
boy doesn't know that he's in a simulation, but we're all not.
Bro thought he was not alone.
You thought you were real. What were you saying?
I had that thought once. Like, I was playing, like, Half-Life 2, and I was like, man, it's just incredible how the eye tracking in that game has an uncanny realness to it. And then I was thinking, like, oh my god, the ultimate nightmare would be to be, like, trapped in one of those NPCs, and like you're just trapped inside, you can't do anything, and your existence just lasts forever. Like, I have no mouth and I must scream, and your only interaction is the occasional player playing the game and like brushing past you or interacting with you or killing you or whatever, but then you just like reset. And yeah, like especially like you go to like an even more obscure game that no one plays, like then it's like, oh my god, it's like you can't reach out, you can't say anything, like you can't do it. Like that's like real hard to me.
You should really think about the movie Free Guy.
Oh yeah, that should have been the plot. I'm sure it would have done well with families.
No, Free Guy earned like 3 times its budget.
I mean,
I was surprised at that fact, by the way.
yeah,
I did not know they're making a sequel, but like
he's no longer free.
it's just interesting where it's like, oh, this released during the fucking pandemic, by the way, 2021. And it's like, oh my god. Let's see, video accent, your new name in the sea of people. My dad let me watch that as a really young age. Whack movie to jumpstart your kids' imagination. The Matrix? Don't show your kids The Matrix. You know, wait till they're 10 or something.
I love
what
it.
I mean?
Don't show your kids The Matrix and wait till they're 10. Still what I would call a kid.
Well, that's at the age when they can handle Santa not being real. You know what I mean?
What did you just say?
Santa is real.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
I've never seen this gif where it's like Santa going out to give proportional gifts to poor people.
That's so kind to him. Of him.
Mr. Super, I mean, people are kind of in simulations in terms of being biased and not having objective perspective reality outside bias. Nah, I'm not talking about psychology shit. I'm talking about the freaky sci-fi shit. Man, come on.
Yeah, we're going Harlan Ellison here.
Trailer Park Boys, oh my god, living as NPC in Fallout New Vegas would be literal hell.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's a sick, twisted world. That's your company. They can handle Santa not being real, but the universe not being real. Mr. Super, I watched Poltergeist when I was 8 or 9, got scared at night thinking the ghosts were coming for me because I'm stupid.
Oh my god. You know what's actually a fucking amazing sequel? The Exorcist 3. It's so good.
Oh, really?
It's so good. I was shocked how good it is. There is like a director's cut that exists that I have not seen, but it's really, really, really good. Just putting that out there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've only heard that the first and third one were good. Like, the second one wasn't.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said, the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right here, the second one. Considered to be one of the worst films ever made. Like, okay, man.
I mean, maybe. I have never seen it.
The worst films ever made, it's always an interesting kind of... Where it's like, okay, well, what makes a bad film bad? You know what I mean?
And what makes a good man good?
Like, right here, I'm gonna read this to you. Winnie the Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey is considered one of the worst films of the 2020s, but why exactly? You know what I mean? Like, why? For this movie,
You should make a
365
video
days.
about it.
Yeah, actually, maybe that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Cause for the 2010s, yeah, Birdemic, Shock and Terror, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Jack and Jill, 2011. What else we have? Dirty
Another horror
Grandpa.
movie.
Okay, LaQuisha. I'm gonna say that's a completely bad, deserved movie. Have you heard of what LaQuisha is?
No.
God, I like this. When Joe, a white radio host, finds out he needs to pay for his son's education, he pretends to be a black woman to increase his ratings.
Holy
As the
hell,
show becomes
Rooney.
more popular, it becomes increasingly difficult to keep his identity secret. So
it's Tootsie, but like, but awful.
the funny thing is, so this is like a later post that they went with, where it's like him going the, "Oh no, you don't" kind of pose. But like, hold on, is this not gonna let me post? Good, I'm just gonna share this image. So like, when I first saw this poster, where it's like LaQuisha, and it's got like this cool silver-looking thing, and it's like a black woman screaming, cut in half. I'm like, oh, did he make a suit? Is this like a sci-fi movie where he made a black woman's suit? And I was like, oh, this could be interestingly bad. And then I watched the trailer, and it's not. It's just a boring, sad movie of a guy who thinks he could do a very good black woman impersonation. And I think he just gets away with it. But it's an increasingly like low budget movie. Like, jeez. You know, I'm gonna talk about LaQuisha a little bit because this came out in 2019 and everything. And I know a little thing or two about films. So I graduated. I graduated with the film thing. But basically, this guy wrote the film, starred in the film, and directed the film, which is a dirty trio of things. Like, you shouldn't be the writer, director, and actor. Like, that's a Ben Affleck-ness to it. Like, you gotta have someone telling you no. But they filmed this on a cheap camcorder of some sort, maybe like a Canon C100. So it kind of looks like, I wouldn't even say it looks like a TV show. It just looks like a YouTube skit, but a movie.
Awesome.
And you can go to film production places and rent a better camera. You can rent better lenses. You know what I mean? You can hire someone to make this. But at no point did anyone say, hey man, don't make this movie. It can
Ignore
be
the
like a 1 minute.
naysayers.
And he did. And some people made videos about it. The original trailer got so many dislikes that he just took it off. Took it off the internet. But you can watch the movie for free right now on YouTube.
Jeez.
No ads, I believe, so you can just do that. But okay, that's a bad film. The 2010 last Airbender, Avatar. So is Avatar: The Last Airbender a bad movie because it poorly adapted the show, or is it a bad movie on its own? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, Food Fight 2012.
Oh, Lord.
So that one's understandable because they had the original movie, but then someone stole it, and then it came out in like
also
2012.
Objectively hilarious.
So here's the thing: if Food Fight came out in 2003, I feel like it would have been a pandering film for food.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been a decently competent film for 2003.
I'll allow
You know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
But because they had to keep making the film and they had the rights to it, like right here, by September 2011, after the producers defaulted on a loan, creditors auctioned off the film's assets and associated rights to Fireman's Fund Insurance Company.
God.
I think I haven't seen the full documentary behind Food Fight, but it is a sad story of a director wanting to make a film, their shit getting stolen, everything falling through because they had merchandise deals, they had coloring books. Like I think it could have been just it's like Sausage Party before Sausage Party came out.
Oh yeah.
And even then that
One way to put it.
even then that movie is just like interesting. But yeah, no, I think Food Fight would have been a great movie, but it could have been better. 2000s films. Hold on. Battlefield Earth. Yeah, Freddy Got Fingered. That's a funny movie, man.
Yeah, it's a classic at this point.
Titanic: The Legend Goes On. There are two different Titanic films.
Yep.
Oh, this is the one with the Mexican mice that sing. An animated Titanic movie that can work. You know, it's animated. It's the Titanic. It's scary. It's like scary. Ooh. Oh, did you know what a boat crashing in the middle of nowhere in ice cold water? Yeah, that's scary, man. Come on.
Yeah,
but no.
That's true.
At the Titanic Museum, I think it's like the Titanic Museum where they have a lot of little chip bars and everything. They have a pool of water that they keep at like negative 43 degrees Celsius, negative 28, whatever negative, and you can put your hand in there to feel how cold it was when the Titanic sunk.
Wow, that's really fucked up.
And
Kinda
it's like an
sadist made
endurance.
this. Well, yeah, like fucking the Gong Jabbar.
Epic movie. Disaster movie, Meet the Spartans. Yeah, I feel like any of those movies would just been better as like a DVD skit thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, check out this movie where it's all these parodies of the films that came out.
Hilarious.
And it's like, yeah, I can see that. That's Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
Super Babies.
9.4 million to box office, 20 million box office. Wait, so hold on. So Baby Geniuses, 12 million box office. Sorry, 12 million budget, 36 million box office. That's just one of those concepts where it's like, you know what, just one and done. That's a stupid movie. We're moving on. We're doing fine. And someone says, whoa, check out Baby Geniuses movie. And it's like, wait, hold on. They made 3 more sequels. Baby Geniuses and the Mystery of the Crown Jewels. Baby Geniuses and the Treasure of Egypt. Baby Geniuses and the Space Baby. Why? Who's invested in Super Baby Geniuses?
You best watch your tone around here.
I can understand the Minions, but I draw the line at Super Baby Geniuses.
That is why you fail.
Alone in the Dark was like a...
Oh yeah, the video game.
Wibble.
movie?
Yeah. From Justin to Kelly. It
Hi,
sounds familiar. What are the movies we have? The Sex Lives of the Potato Men. This looks like a movie that's...
What are you saying?
It's a British sex comedy film. It's like a bad cover and everything. Catwoman.
Oh Jesus, the Halle Berry Catwoman.
Yeah, that was mainly just a Catwoman film could have been great, man. You know,
You coulda.
she robs people. She's cool. I think that could have.
She does her taxes on time, surprisingly enough.
There was this underutilized aspect of her that was shown in like a short you can see on Max. It's like from the DVDs, where Catwoman is a vigilante and this, she robs people, but she protects sex workers. Like in the short, she
I remember
there's
that
like
short.
a crate full of them, and I was like, that's nice. That could have been interesting. But the Catwoman movie, she works like for a cosmetic company.
Yeah, and her Egyptian cat goddess gives her powers or some bullshit.
Yeah, the cat burps in her face and goes, bleh.
Halle Berry, what were you doing?
AC Dutton, how many intrusive thoughts is sticking their balls in the Titanic Museum water?
Let's go
There are
right
peop-
now.
Would you ever do the polar bears?
What are you talking about?
The ice water
animal?
thing? No, where like It's a thing people do. Let me find it. Human.
Do you know the polar bears?
Hold on. Humans dive in ice water.
You talking
It's
about
like
the
an ice
guy who
diving-
can, like, control his body temperature to not freeze?
No, it's people who like to do ice diving,
Jesus.
where it's just their body. Would you try that?
I could try it once, but actually, it sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh, that reminds me of ice. Is it? Oh yeah. The images of Joe Rogan in the ice bath.
Yeah. I love that where it's like Joe Rogan looks like that one henchman. Yeah, who should be in Batman. It's like, it's the Bat! Like, it's what he looks like. But also I
Yes,
wanted to say, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
It's been a nice long stream. And I'm so grateful for everyone who joined. For those who donated, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Jag, you should animate for Smiling Friends. I applied to be a storyboard artist for season 2. I don't know. But I know like 10 million animators did that, so you know, no hard feelings. Oh, Jordan there is back.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys were still gonna be on, but rad.
We're actually wrapping it up now.
Yeah, just because of you.
But yeah, just because of you, we were like the second,
Oh no!
the second that piece of shit joins.
Oh man,
yeah,
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah. Oh, Opal. Yeah, Jack Stauber is amazing. Yeah, he's great. Draw someone from the Castlevania show, maybe some point, but not tonight. All right, but yeah, no,
Oh,
it's been great.
You gotta show them the streaming ending graphic. You gotta
Yes.
show that on right now.
Yes, we
Yeah,
will.
Tell 'em that.
And we will outro. Once again, thank you so much to my mods. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be trying to stream at least once a week from now on, but yeah. All right.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Exactly.
Hey, you missed it. We were talking about LaQuisha.
LaQuisha.
Wait, Jordan, right? Look at the image I posted in the chat. What do you think the movie's about?
I was looking at the Joe Rogan image. Sorry. Do they switch bodies?
No.
No, that is LaQuisha a big puppet?
You're pitching way better ideas. No, it's just a white guy show host who does a voice of a black woman, and he gets popular, and he has to keep pretending to be her. But you're right. When I first saw that the second image, I was like, oh, did he make a robot suit of a black woman?
Well, I was hoping it would not be that. I mean, that's why my guess was like, oh, does he just have a big black woman puppet? Because he's holding her like a puppet in that first one.
All these ideas would have been better. It would not have been a good movie still, but it would have been better executed. Going like, you know what? It's leaning into the not good idea-ness.
It would have
You know
been
what I
a
mean?
really questionable comedy special.
Mm-hmm. But the stream is ending. You see the graphic. I love that.
It's so nice.
Mara's going through a 50th life crisis. Since we're getting older, should people start getting their midlife crises at like 50 now?
Well,
One
I
more
read
time.
something that was kind of depressing where it's like, I don't know, technically, for most people, your midlife can actually be like around like 30.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way. You unlock new things in your life. Like, there's this one, let me find it.
I'm
Typing
wondering
in
when
very
to
fast.
pull the plug on the stream.
I got one more for you. This
Okay.
is an Italian thing.
Oh, okay.
Umoro. Have you heard this?
The what?
Umoro.
Amato?
Morel. Yes, have you heard of that?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I'm gonna read this to you. They are men of a retirement age who spend their time watching construction sites, especially roadwork.
Ha!
Stereotypically with hands clasped behind their back and offering unwanted advice to the workers.
Yeah, that's about right.
And as you can see right there, because you wouldn't do this as a young man, but now as an old man, you're like, hey, do you need some help? Do you want some advice, young construction worker man? This would be you in 50 or 60 years, Jack.
That'll be me with animators, and it'll be hilarious because it's like I stubbornly never learned Flash or Toon Boom or anything else, so it's like I'll be giving like anciently wrong advice by then. I'll be
Mr.
like,
Seth.
here's what you do. You go get an iPad. It's a good sale. You go down to the local, the local computer, your local Radio Shack. You get an iPad.
I'll read this last one, and then that'll be it for reading. Mr. Superheads. Dying gives me the guarantee that I'll be at peace one day, and I give up on surviving every day. Wrong answer, reincarnation.
You
You
naive
gotta try really
boob.
hard, or else you're gonna come back as a butterfly, and nobody wants to be a butterfly.
They affected too many things.
Come, my baby. Come, my baby. You're my butterfly. Sugar.